Cat up. All right, we're doing this. Denim Cox, Unclicked. We're back. Thanks for coming down, pushing through the traffic, and the cat's back. Rue is back from retirement. Rue's been out for a little bit. And it's been a minute since we did a podcast. You did the news one with Mike and Diego, but
it took a little month-long break because I was gone, and you started riding bikes again. Congrats on that.
Cheers.
So
cheers to Denim.
Thanks.
Yep.
Cheers to the crackers.
Yeah, he's doing Red Bull and crackers tonight. No beers.
As always, shout out to Source. Shout out to Dale's. Still Denim month. So we have not.
They got us
Dale's Denim.
It's Denim Dale's.
Denim Cox,
so,
Denim Dale's.
Yeah.
They actually sent us these. So Denim is a Dickies guy, so he's not rocking them, but I might try them out.
Yeah, those are for
them. They're stretchy.
They are stretchy. They are stretchy.
They come in medium and large. they don't have normal sizes.
30 to 36.
Is that what it says?
I don't know.
It's like that's huge. I mean, huge is a big gap of sizes.
How did you get the name Denim?
From my tweaker ass aunt, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, my aunt Summer. She was bouncing around names with my dad. And my dad, he liked the name Levi, but at the same time, everyone was calling their kid Levi.
Okay.
So her and my dad came up with Denim. Looks good and it's tough. That was kind of like what they said behind it. I was like, all right, fuck it.
It's a sick name.
That is a cool name. Yeah, I've never met another Denim in my entire life. Yeah.
No.
So
damn.
On Instagram, I've had 2 people message me and be like, yo, what's up? We have the same name. And I'm like, yeah.
Sick.
Is yours real or what?
Yeah, crazy.
Well, where should we start? Should we start at the beginning? Should we start at what you're doing right now? Should we start at the mixtape? What do you want to talk about?
We can talk about what I'm doing right now, dude.
Yeah.
I'm feeling better than ever. Maybe not riding as much as ever, but as far as getting my shit in order, I'm almost 30 years old. So
You're a big guy.
almost 30 years old, trying to get all my shit in order.
Yeah.
Move up those next couple steps in life.
Yeah, you had that fall last year that I'm sure was a little bit shaky.
Yeah, definitely a little bit shaky, eye-opening. Like, I could have died right then and there, but moved past that, and now I'm just buckling down, getting to work, saving up money, trying to get me a place in Texas right now.
Okay.
So I can get out there and get back with some filmers like Trent and hang out with UB and all them boys out there.
Yeah.
Julian and fucking Jerry and Brett. And
it seems like the Austin scene is definitely like the common carryover, and the BSD dudes have
totally
migrated there.
Yeah,
so
it totally is like common
a motivating crew for
going
you.
from California to Texas is going to be a sick move. I cannot wait to do it. I'm actually in escrow on a house right now.
Damn, hell yeah.
Congrats.
So the plan is to do that as soon as you get a house.
As soon as I can, dude. I'm literally signing the dotted line on Friday. So 2 days from now.
Well, thank you for driving down before you move out of state. Finally.
We would have never caught you if you left already.
Well, no, I'm going to take my time getting out of here just because I have so much work here in California to finish up. So I'm just going to keep doing that. And I've been bouncing back and forth all year between here and there to help my dad build his house. And then just recently I found my house that I'm looking at. But yeah, my dad's building a house outside of Austin in Blanco, Texas. And I've been going up there, hanging doors and building countertops and doing all sorts of weird little Finnish carpentry stuff. Me and my brother have been helping him out.
Is that what you do for work here?
Not on houses, but I used to work for this restaurant company building Habit Burger. You ever tried Habit Burger?
Yeah.
I built about 200 of those restaurants.
Damn.
Yeah.
So that's your current job?
No, not at all.
I feel like you have like 6 jobs at once.
Oh, dude. Yeah. No,
and it seems like from the outside, like someone he's just good at everything. Like he's got these modded cars and he rides pit bikes and BMX
I got to have my toys. I got to have my fun. Like it's just that simple. So, I mean, to pay for fun and to pay for toys, you got to work. So that's what I do. When I'm home in California, I'm working 9 to 5 every day. And then when I go out on trips, that's when I'm letting loose, having fun, riding, not worrying about work.
Yeah.
Or trying not to anyway.
So you have a job right now that'll let you get on trips whenever.
Yeah. So back to the restaurant stuff. I worked for this dude named Craig, and I still do on occasion. Like he texted me today and asked me if I could do some stuff in Orange County tomorrow, but I was like, I'm kind of slammed at this other stuff. So I just let that be what it is. But he sends me work all over the world, or all over the US. He'll send me to Texas. He'll send me to Colorado. He'll send me to Jersey to go build these Habit Burgers, or we do a couple other restaurants. One, it's like a wine bar called Postino's, and then a California Fish Grill, if you ever had that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, we build a lot of those too.
Damn.
Crazy.
So every now and then I'll say, yeah, man, send me out. And he'll send me out. 3-4 days later, I'll come back. The restaurant's done and everything's cool. Everybody's happy. I got money in my pocket. It's all good. But now I'm working for this company called Electric GT. and I'm actually building electric cars.
Oh, crazy.
Doing full on restorations of like older vehicles, you know.
Like kind of like the EV West thing where they're
Yeah, kind of like
okay.
EV West.
Yeah.
That's actually the dude that owns this electric GT company. That's his old rival.
Oh, okay.
They used to be partners and now they split up.
Okay.
So yeah, we're doing resto mods on old cars.
Like VW buses are super popular and Porsches and stuff like that.
Right now I'm doing 3 Porsches.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Where does this like mechanical I can do anything and build anything like background, mentality, skill set come from?
That comes from my dad, man. He's absolute legend. He's been tweaking on cars and building all his own stuff since he was 16 or earlier than that is when he got his first bug. And his first car was that VW Bug that he fully went through, made it all pimp, made the motor run, and he drove that thing all the way to California from Florence, Arizona. And he met my mom like the first week he was there. But yeah, I get it all from him. Like he's always in the garage, always building his own shit. He won't pay anybody to do anything for him unless it's like septic or something that you need some special
Won't deal with
tools
shit. Won't
for.
deal with shit.
Yeah, he hates shitty situations.
So that's cool though. You just saw he did it and you're like, I'm going to do that too.
Well, I mean, I was in the garage at 3 years old getting sparks thrown on me, My dad's in there building a fucking car that ended up on the cover of Super Chevy magazine.
That's
And I'm just over there eating sparks at 3 years old in the baby seat. Like, loved it as long as I can remember, as long as he can remember. So
that's awesome.
I'm always in the garage with him. If he's building the gate, I'm building the gate. If he's in the garage till 4 a.m, I'm there till 4 a.m. Maybe he's in his truck listening to music and drinking with his buddies, and I'm sitting there in the garage over in the office chair sleeping. But when he goes in, I go in. Yeah, I'm just right hand man.
Sick.
That's awesome. And I asked you earlier out of general curiosity, but what does your dad do? Like, what is his background?
My dad's he calls it. Okay, here's how it is. It's really hard to explain if you actually go into it, but he calls himself AAA of the sky. Meaning he takes care of broken airplanes. Say Bill Gates' plane loses an engine, 30,000 feet. They have to coast into Seattle Airport, park that thing with one engine, right? Now Bill Gates is calling my dad to say, hey, I need a lease engine and I need it stat because I need to get to Hoboken next month or something, Yeah. So now my dad is on the phone with all his connections, trying to find a lease engine, trying to find a shop to put the lease engine in, trying to line this deal up to get that plane back in the sky.
And he previous to that, he actually worked on the plane.
Yeah,
so he knows like exactly you have to have that.
So he's actually worked on Bill Gates' plane.
Yeah. No, he's met Bill Gates, shook his hand. He hates him. Bill Gates, total douchebag. He says
that's pretty funny.
For
hates
real.
Enrique Iglesias, hates a couple other random
List them all.
He probably meets them in stressful situation where their private jet broke down and they didn't make it to Tahiti in time.
Yeah.
They're stressful situations.
Well, he has lease airplanes and shit too, so he can get them set up with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But his whole goal is to just get the client back in the sky. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's a crazy gig. And I mean, more power to him. It seems like, does he carry that same mentality that you have? Like,
dude, you should hear how this motherfucker talks to his customers. It is amazing.
She keeps running out.
You gotta run back. Dude, it is absolutely amazing.
She's literally running around.
That looks like a cat I found in my shed last week.
Oh, because the dog is there. That's probably why.
Yeah, because the dog needs us because he's only 10 months old and he's got anxieties.
That's why. Yeah. Tacted. Drama. So he is full send all the time then too, it seems like.
Yeah. Even on the phone with his clients, he's like, listen, how in the fuck are you supposed to get to point A to point B if you don't let me do my job? Like, he'll talk to people like that all day long, and they just absolutely love him for it because he's the realest motherfucker around.
Yeah.
Right? My dad will be talking to me. He'd be like, I am responsible for half of this company's spending budget. You know how many millions of dollars that is every year? And I was like, I don't know. I could take a guess, but like he's saving the customer half as much as he's spending. So he's doing great.
Hell yeah. And he's going out to Austin too.
Yeah, that's where he's building right now in Blanco, which is an hour outside of Austin.
Sounds like your spot then. You got Pops out there, all the homies.
Down. My mom, my dad, and my brother. My brother's 20 years old. Like now is the time that we need to be together, right? Yeah. He's about to turn 21 and already we're working together doing the construction stuff. So now he's slowly starting to come around and, you know, be a grown up adult. Like he sees the vision, sees how he can improve his life. He sees how I didn't have a credit card for the first 10 years when I should have, you know, like when I was 20, I should have got the credit card. Didn't do it till I was 25. Right. So everything that I learned, I'm telling him like, yo, do this shit right. So you can be further ahead of me, you know? I'm trying to get him to where I'm at. That way, when he is at 30 years old or 29 years old, I just turned. Woo.
Congrats. You made it.
Yeah, finally. When he gets 29, he'll be set up good, ideally. Or at least have a good head on his shoulders, you know? Try to keep him out of the bullshit.
Hell yeah.
Now's the time where it could go either way, right?
Good older brother. Yeah, for sure.
Well, I fucking feel so bad because when I moved to California, I was living with my mom, my dad, and my brother. And then when we did that when we did that trip to Barcelona, the first Common Crew video, that was in 2015. I had quit my job right before we went. I put all my shit in storage because I knew my parents were moving to Texas. So when I came back from Barcelona 4 months later, I was living on Sauce's couch.
Oh, so they've been in Texas for a while.
Yeah, no, they've been out there a long time. They're just moving to Blanco, but they were up in the Dallas area before that. And yeah, I just feel so bad that I missed so many years with my brother because I was out here hanging out in California doing the BMX thing, fucking around. But my brother was out in a town with fucking 900 people or something like real small like that. And he had his high school buddies and he'd chill with them and everything's cool. But still, I didn't get that. Those 7 years.
Completely different experience, yeah.
Because he was, you know.
That's really nice of you to even like think that way, you know? A lot of people would just be like, selfish.
Well, I put it to the side for a couple of years, and now I'm almost 30. I'm like, God damn, my brother's coming up right now.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, I better get with him.
Perfect timing.
No, it's cool. He made himself who he is in those years, and now we just get to enjoy life together. So
that's sick.
Really excited about it.
So, where was your family from originally? Were they from Texas?
No, my mom was from Torrance.
Okay,
so that's why I was saying when my dad drove that bug out here and met my mom first week. Yeah, that's because she was out here and she was like related to my dad's brother's girlfriend or something. So it's kind of like a setup deal. But here we are, 30 years later, they're still together.
Okay.
And then my dad.
So they stayed in California though when they met?
Yeah, for a couple of years, and then they moved to Tulsa and Yuma and a couple other weird places. But I was born in Tulsa.
Born in Tulsa. Okay.
Yeah.
And you lived in Yuma? Someone told me you're from Yuma.
6 months.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lie though.
Yeah, someone's like,
somebody's lying to your ass.
They did.
Yeah,
I thought you were from Yuma.
Well, then
they look at me, they're like, look at that dirty bastard. He's probably from fucking Yuma. Ritz cracker.
My neighbors are from Yuma. They're cool.
Where did you, or how did you get into riding originally?
I grew up in Tucson, Arizona.
Okay.
So I was 4 when I moved there. That's where I did 12 years. I say I did 12 years because like it's a dirty town, right? So I did 4 to 16 there.
Okay.
And that's where it all came from.
All right.
In the ditch behind my house, you know, building dirt quarter pipes, trying to learn a backflip in the sand wash off a 1080 ramp. You know, I had some wood ramps in my backyard for skating and stuff too.
Okay.
Was the premises parked there yet? And the Praza family and whatnot?
Dude, it had just started when I was like getting ready to leave. It was there for probably the last 2 or 3 years that I was there. Or maybe 2 years. I think it was their first location. That I got to ride. And that's actually where I met Kevin Praza, and that fool helped me do bar spins up and step up.
You were learning bar.
Absolutely.
Was he
bar spins.
How old was he at the time? Because you guys are about the same age, right?
He's like 28, I think.
Yeah, so he's younger than you. So he was
older than that. Actually, he might be the same exact age as you.
Wickium.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's cool though. So Tucson roots.
Yep.
29.
Yeah, and I really didn't do that much street riding. I rode street one time in Tucson. And the only reason I rode street was because we were at Premises Skate Park and it was downtown and the boys wanted to go ride street. I didn't even grasp that concept yet. Like I had no idea, you know, I'd seen it on X Games, you know, street park, this and that, but I really didn't understand what it was to go ride street with your homies. So that's like where I learned it. That day I grinded a handicap handrail, just flat, you know, but getting those double peg up there, I was like, dude, I can do this? No way.
What got you hooked on street riding? Was it when you moved to California and met everyone out there?
When I moved to California.
Was the Common Crew like real quick?
Yeah.
Because you were young filming the Common Crew stuff. You couldn't be that much older.
Yeah, no, I was 17, 18.
Yeah, so it was quick.
Yeah, it was definitely really quick. Like right first
No
week.
street to just crazy street part in like a year.
Well, I mean, it took a long, Monster Mash took like 6 years.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, the whole
was it 6 years?
So you started when you were 17 though?
Yeah, pretty much.
And then
started really, really hard on it.
Man, that video, that crew, I know a lot of crew videos are like perfect time, perfect place kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
that one was it.
You guys did it, man.
Dude, we did
I couldn't believe it.
We did the premiere and everything.
Like,
there were 500 people at our premiere.
You guys did it.
I can't believe it.
Like almost every one of you guys went pro, pretty much.
We made a deal with the guy that threw the premiere for us. The Yoast was the theater that we did it. We were like, all right, if we get 600 people here, like you're going to charge us half for the venue, right? And he was like, yeah. We didn't. We got
close.
Dude, we got like 520 or something.
And he didn't give it to you?
Nah, absolutely not.
So what is... Oh, there's San Diego clips. Look at you.
Yeah, dude.
There's a bunch of San Diego
It's been so long since I've seen this.
I've been out here, dude.
It's so good. It's so good.
I don't know what to tell you, dude. Comic Crew gets around. Shout out Sauce. Shout out Francis. Couldn't have done it without him. Definitely.
Yeah.
Them dudes every week, like every weekday, every weekend, like, yo, let's get in the car. Where we going? We'd stuff that PT Cruiser looking ass HHR Chevy her we call it. We'd shove that thing with 5 people, 5 bikes, and just take off 2 hours away. Start there. Work our way towards home.
Yeah, you guys are all just young buds killing it.
How do you get like integrated with the crew? Did it all start at the same time when you're there already, or was
it was slow progression kind of. Well, I say slow, it was a couple months, but right when I first got there, first week, I met this dude. His name was Chaz, because I was just riding around my high school, checking out where I was about to go to school. I just moved to Huntington Beach, wasn't even enrolled yet, but I saw the school. I was like, oh, I'll go check it out. Found 3 BMX riders there. One of them was named Chaz, and he was real good friends with Sauce. So he introduced me to Sauce within the next couple weeks. And when I met Sauce, he was like explaining to me that he's filming all these videos and shit. I was like, oh, fuck yeah. Like, I'll get a clip. Hell yeah. And, we started filming, but he wasn't even friends with Francis. Like, they were friends before, but there was like some weird video beef. They were both trying to do it from separate angles. And then it took them like 5-6 months to hash it out. Hash it out. And then that's when Monster Mash really started kicking. Like, that's when they were like, let's just do it together.
Sick.
And then who's in the crew is Julian, Jacob, you, Sauce, Francis, Ethan,
Alex Schmalik used to be in there.
Jacob?
Jacob's in there.
Jacob.
Of course.
I think I was there. Was I there for this one?
I just watched this video.
Was that me on the ground?
Mm-mm.
I was just watching this video recently, and I couldn't believe like the amount of like all you guys that were a part of this crew.
Ethan.
Yeah, Ethan's a baby.
Crap.
Way
I have to see if that's me.
Dude, I think it's Wes, because that's Wes shooting the photo.
So many of you guys.
Not everything's about you.
Came from the company.
No, we had the same flash, and it was a hat. I don't know.
Yeah, so that was when I fell in love with Gap Wall Rides right there.
Hell yeah. Look at him.
Oh my God. He braces and stuff.
Yeah, that's some vintage footage right there. Josh Barker, Evan Corey.
Oh,
there's
Wes. Shout out to Wes.
Bobby.
Crazy. So
I hope there's a crew, at least one crew out there right now, just a bunch of kids doing this. Hope it never dies.
Oh, there's plenty.
There's got to be.
Yeah. Why so late? Like, are they still doing it?
Ooh, helmet clip.
Helmet. There are crews, but I don't know if it's like as like prolific as.
That's what I'm saying. When you go back and watch Monster Mash and just like the names of all you guys, it's really crazy.
And the crew and everybody's still doing it. I mean, what's Alec up to? I mean, I feel like
Alec's probably the only one that's not like really riding hard. Yeah. I mean, he'll still go jib around, but yeah, he's not. He works at a battery store or something.
Okay,
I think selling batteries, selling AA.
But it's
lithium,
like hasn't been too long that he got clips doing like nose manual 180 down whips,
Yeah,
like he's,
No, he can still do it on Instagram,
Yeah,
you'll still see it every now and then.
He can still get down.
But yeah, everyone else is pretty much still riding, still
sponsored on trips, doing it.
Ethan just left Fit. Now I wouldn't say he's on Colt, but he's riding a Colt bike.
Repping a Colt.
Yeah, they're hooking him up,
which is good.
Every time I see Ethan, it just makes me laugh.
I know.
He was a little older in that one. The other one's crazy little.
Yeah. Dude, the first one was pre head shave.
Mm-hmm.
So this time period, obviously, like
ultimate
shaped your riding, but like your riding isn't as full send yet.
It's pretty full send.
Oh, it is.
I mean, it is.
Because he's like a little
Hey,
kid.
you hear the song right now? It's a slow part of the song, bro.
Sorry, my bad.
Wait for it to pick up. But yeah, no, it's always been full send for me. Like, I'm not filming a clip, or I'm not doing shit unless it's filmed on camera, because 90% of the time I'm learning it on camera, or it's something that, like, yeah, I'll probably eat shit on this. Just point a camera at me, dude. You know?
I mean, yeah, I'm eating my words for sure. Is it like
the most you're writing is like video part clips? You don't just session hard.
No time for that, dude. Like
yeah,
I said,
it seems like you work your ass off and then you're filming.
Yeah, I literally have 10 cars that I'm working on right now that I'm trying to finish before I go to Texas.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a lot.
So when you're riding, your riding is like filming.
Yeah, exactly.
I put out a lot of shit, so it doesn't seem like you work it doesn't seem like you're constantly working. It seems like you're riding all the time.
Well, if you look at my Instagram, you're like, this motherfucker don't do shit. But it's because I'm out there doing everything. You know?
Did you do that? Did you do this hanger before Kaczynski? I know it's the other side.
Okay, shout out Kaczynski on that one. ABD as fuck.
Well, it's the other side, but yes.
Whatever.
Yeah, but.
Shout out to BK, the guy.
God,
I heard he just moved out here.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he's
already here?
San Diego.
Yeah. He texted me before he came out. He was like, hey, man, should I pack this stuff up? I need you to do a cool project with it. Are you willing? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah. So are you still doing the kind of the small mini park stuff?
Yeah, I actually just finished one up for Rip and Dip. Their store in New York is getting one of my fingerboard parks, and it is much, much bigger than this table.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's like 4 feet wide and 6 feet long by 3.5 feet tall.
Do you have a photo of it? It can't come out. It can't come out, but.
Yeah, it's on Shitcoxbuilds though.
Oh.
So you build it and ship it out to them.
Yeah, I dropped this one off at their LA store.
Yeah, I would be paranoid
just
about
so
that.
they can ship it. But
and they're wooden?
They're wood, concrete, steel.
Oh, this is your daily right here.
Yeah, this is the shit I've been doing lately. So this is one of the cars I'm working on. That's a 57 Thunderbird, fully electric.
And you're converting them to that's what you're doing, is converting crazy cars like that to electric?
Yes. Retrofitting
with the hood scoop too and everything in there?
Yeah.
I think I was chasing the cat around when you were explaining this.
Yeah, I gotta do a lot of work to that one to make that scoop work.
Whoa.
But here's that little thing that we were talking about.
Dude, that looks real.
The fingerboard park.
That's a fingerboard park.
Yeah.
I remember this post. So there was something where you had somebody come in and like airbrush some stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
it wasn't.
So
it
you
wasn't
see all
together.
that dirty, nasty, grimy all around it. Yeah, I had somebody come paint it. His name is Mike Clark.
No relation to Hucker.
No,
it'd be shit.
Dude, that's insane that you're like an artist too.
Well, he did all those graphics. So this dude that I'm telling you about, he did all the graphics and all that black smudging shit. He made all my stuff look really old and distressed.
Did you put the moss in here though?
Yeah, I did the moss.
Dude,
I did that little beer can right there in the trash.
What is that? Like, what is it?
That is a scale
I would never think that's a mini.
But like made out of what?
A scale beer can. It's like little metal beer can, dude.
Really?
Yeah, you buy it from the Hobby Lobby.
Oh, okay. All right.
I love dollhouses, apparently. That's what this thing was like. It wasn't supposed to be a dollhouse, but it sure turned into one. Oh, here you go.
What happened? Whose thumb is that?
That's my buddy Georgie Byzantin's thumb. Those who know him. He's so funny. Look at that laser flip. No thumb. You see the smash gumball machine?
Yeah.
Yo.
Dude, that's sick.
So that piece right there
amazing.
is supposed to be my rendition of a New York City block.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's going to their New York store. So I just wanted to give it that New York feel. And that's why I had that dude come in and do all the graffiti and all that patina on it. Because it looked way too new and just absolutely stupid. It looked cartoony when I finished it. And I was like, dude, I just need somebody to do this. I'm not good with the little graffiti or any of that shit.
It's fine art.
It's amazing.
It is.
Yeah.
No,
How much do people pay for that?
I got $2,500 for that. I was asking $3,500, but that was 2 years ago when I started it.
Yeah.
And I've had this thing just living in my van and like living in the back of my truck because I don't have room for it anymore.
It's real art.
I mean, I would expect it to be more, honestly, because I was going to ask how many hours goes into that.
I would have loved to charge more. I got like 500 hours in that thing.
Fucking
probably
hell.
just like, sitting back, smoking, looking at it. But
you get what you get. There's not like a
I gave him a
market.
discount. I was like, yo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep this thing for 2 years, but it was one of those things that was bouncing around my head. Like, it just doesn't look right. And there's no way I'm sending it out looking like this. So it took me a long time to realize that this Mike Clark dude literally lived in the city I live in, Huntington Beach. And he was so down to help me.
So how long after he helped you did you sell it?
I just sold it about 2 weeks ago, finally.
How many have you sold? of these?
Get the trophies,
I couldn't count.
right?
Yeah, I've done
trophies.
I've done some trophies and
Yeah.
a bunch
Sick.
of other like Vans Park Series replicas and
Yeah,
stuff.
I got a little
Yeah,
half
you
pipe
got
from you.
one
Yeah,
too.
my son's been playing with it. He loves it.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think I hit you up on Instagram. I was like, "Yo, let's do your ramp."
I don't know. You did?
Maybe a long time.
That'd be
ago.
sick.
Look at
That's
that.
what I was saying.
That'd
I
be
could do it.
super sick.
I
Look
did.
at that.
You better
Have
charge.
you ever seen the one that-
You charge Hot Wheels more than fucking Rip and Dip.
Yeah, no, I
Okay,
got
good.
a lot more for that one.
That's good.
Nice.
Not as much as I wanted because that one took a
Well,
long
of course.
time.
It's
Yeah.
funny because I felt like the Rip and Dip one, like to the right person, you could have sold that for so much. You know, like some
Yeah.
artsy, like New Yorker or something.
Dude, I was at a point where I was like,
You just
I
wanted to
need
get rid of it. That's cool.
out because
Yeah.
Dennis, let me tell you, I had a shop for 14 months. That's where I built the thing originally, and that's where I built this Hot Wheels one too. So I was working on both at the same time, and you know, Rip and Dip got pushed aside while I was working on the Hot Wheels one. But I had that thing in my shop for 14 months, and when I got rid of my shop, then I was like, okay, now I have this giant thing I have to keep safe. Like it can't
Yeah.
sit outside and get weathered or it'll be fucked. So it's been living in my blue van.
Mm.
It's been shoved in the back of that thing, just being neglected for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And then I finally just buckled down and was like, all right, let's get it done.
Keep you up.
Because I'm trying to
Keep
move
you
to
up at
Texas,
night.
and I don't
Yeah.
want to move that thing to Texas.
Yeah, I might accidentally throw a bike on it or something.
Dude, that's sick.
You see the little parking garage in the bottom of it?
Yeah. Look right there.
Yeah. That's a parking garage. I built like a roll-in for the Hot Wheels from the top. They pull in behind the motel and drop into the parking garage.
That's amazing. Skills.
And then this is the one we built for Simple Session.
This year, simple session.
It
it
was
a
a couple
older one?
years ago.
yeah.
It was
2 years.
after the arena. It was the one that they did in the Little Zone.
Oh, that's so
part.
sick.
And that one's sitting up there in a museum right now.
That's awesome.
Cool. Have you ever seen the ones like the Red Bull Rampage ones? They'll make like it's like looks like it's made out of dirt.
Do they?
Yeah, it's pretty
scaled
cool.
Rampage course?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I haven't seen it in a long time, and it was kind of like more like a toy, but I feel like you can make it even crazier because that was
Yeah.
like the first thing I saw like that. Where I was like, that's crazy. It's like art, but it's for kids just to.
Oh, I
fuck
love
around
it.
Yeah,
Dude, I used to go to Supercross races, and I think this is where my love for mini shit comes from. I used to go to Supercross races back in Arizona, and every race you would pull up to, there'd be a table like this that just has the course laid
Yep.
out, like, and you could take.
They
it with
still
their
have
bikes
that.
and blah, blah, blah. Do they?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So, dude, that's where I fell in love with tiny shit. I think.
That's so cool.
That's awesome. What
So electric cars.
yeah,
tiny
and then
scale
this,
art.
and then this thing,
And then you
which
do this stuff.
many people know about.
I've
but
seen
what-
this. This
what
is the one
year
you brought to
van?
Vegas, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's a '67 40
Yeah.
Econoline 8-door,
It's
no
insane.
windows.
I mean, what's
It's insane.
That's a rare van right there.
that you butchered?
Yeah,
But,
but fuck
you know.
it. There's
Look at that
232
thing.
of them made.
232.
Yeah.
It looks like
in
it wouldn't
that
even
8-door.
run, and then it just is a beast.
You know how many times I've had parking enforcement up my ass or like code enforcement from Huntington Beach?
Thinking
I
it's
gotta-
like just left there.
Yeah, thinking it's like an abandoned broken vehicle, but it's parked in my buddy's driveway, right? And they're like, oh, no running, unregistered projects. I'm like, what are you talking about? Look at my plate. It's got 2024 tags on it.
Yeah.
And I
They
go out there and just do a burnout right in front of them. And they're like, okay. I'm real cool with the code enforcement guy now because he's been coming around for years.
He knows. He's like,
He's seen me build this, or he's seen me store this, and then
oh man,
I
look at
built
that
my
thing.
Baja Bug in that same driveway. So yeah, he knows what's up.
So the thing that you were going hard on your story when you were making this thing, and I found it super entertaining. And I remember and I still think the most amazing thing about this is that the tank for the airbags is the frame.
Yeah, had
And
to do that. That was my
so
dad's idea.
So it's like on airbags. So it has to
Okay.
have, so if you have airbags on your car, you have to have like an oxygen tank to fill up the bags,
Mhm.
like a reserve tank. So instead of having a tank in there, he
cooler.
wanted a cooler for beer. He sealed his frame for the van, like the tubings that reinforce everything, and
actual
it's air,
chassis
it's
is an
air
air tank.
sealed. It's in,
Oh,
and so that's where it
wow.
pumps the air in, which is insane. And you
It's
were
better.
like, you were literally
so
for
long.
like 3 days going
Yeah,
around.
you saw it.
It fucking doesn't fucking seal. Like you were, he was losing it. He was
Well,
just
yeah,
a
'cause-
spray bottle, and then it'd be like it would hold for like 5 hours, and then he's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, I'm sitting there going around trying to seal it all up, weld every single corner of this frame best I can. You know, it's a windy day. I'm in the garage, probably not great, and that's probably why I struggled so much. Maybe I was running out of gas in the welder. I don't know. But dude, yeah, 5 days. I went around this thing welding up little tiny holes. Like, oh, there's a hole. I'd fill up the tank with pressure.
Seemed like it was never ending, probably.
Squirt with soap and water. Oh, there's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole. There's a hole. Circle them all with paint pen. Dump the air out of the tank. Go back. Grind it. Weld it. Try it again.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So many
insane.
hours.
Insane.
Is that a car show right there?
Yeah, that was SEMA.
Wow.
It's like a big ass car show.
And it's still in like this condition. Like this is the appeal. Like there is no.
It's a piece of art.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like there is no. It still doesn't have a seat.
I will finish it, but yeah, for now it's like this. Look, it's already overheated.
How many cars do you have? Vehicles.
I have the black Duramax.
That's truck in the front.
That's the truck in the front yard. I have this van. I have a white 1995 single cab Chevy with a service bed on it.
Okay.
Best thing I've ever bought, dude. I just bought it recently out in Texas because I got tired of renting U-Hauls and shit. Like a U-Haul costs $300, but this truck only costs $2,500. And I was like, perfect. This thing can pay for itself like nothing. Came with new tires and everything. I was like, done deal.
Yeah.
So I got that one. That's 3. And then I got a 1970 VW Baja Bug, 16-inch coilovers on the back, 10s on the front. So it's built for eating whoops.
Oh, sick. So like an actual
like
desert car.
Buggy, yeah.
Dope.
And then, that's it for me personally.
And then the 10 project cars are
10 project cars. I could go into those if you want.
Are those like?
But those are other
ones that you
car, right?
own?
Yeah.
And okay.
No, I don't own shit.
It's all commission work.
I own nothing.
You own nothing.
No, I
You
own
own these
everything.
cars.
Yeah.
Fuck a car payment. I own every car I have.
That's crazy, dude. Yeah. The van alone is like.
I almost brought it for you.
I know.
I was close.
Oh.
Well, it's just kind of a nightmare right now. Like it needs alignment. It just needs some attention. It literally needs one day of me rolling around underneath that thing, take all the wheels off, clean shit up, put it back together.
Yeah.
It's just kind of
It's not your daily driver.
No.
Just sits and
not my daily
needs some
driver.
love.
Dude,
before you
last
take
time
it
I
out.
tried to drive it 1 mile to work from this dude's house and the rip and dip thing was in the back of it, right? Which is fine. I've driven it around like this before, but it's kind of like a teeter-tottery situation. So I had this 5-gallon bucket wedged in the front to hold it up.
Yeah.
But I stopped short because this car slammed on the brakes in front of me and it shot forward. And when it shot forward, it somehow disconnected 3 wires. So on the side of the road, I'm sitting here like, oh shit, my van's dead. I'm sitting there trying to crank it. Like, oh wow, I literally have no power here. So I jump in the back. I'm like checking everything. I see these 3 wires are undone. Put those together. And then I see like even the battery cutoff switch got knocked loose. I was like, oh my God, there's cars backing up behind me. I was like, dude, I've gone 500 feet. Like I'm just trying to go 1 mile right now. That's all I have to get. And then after that, like the fuel fitting on the tank, kind of a cheap fuel fitting I've been struggling with for a while. And that fucker was sucking air by the time I got there. I was like, dude, how did I even make it? Like right when I pulled in the parking spot, it's like,
I was trying to get to the burnout section.
It's amazing how talented you are at so many things and like the amount of information in your brain. Like you have so much knowledge of this and then gap to hangers and BMX world.
Yeah,
and
gap to hanger, that's second nature compared
it's
to
all second nature. It seems like though. It's really interesting. Like
I'm slowly learning and getting better. I'm
fit
trying
so
to,
much in your brain.
like I said earlier, I'm trying to move up in life, right? And try to do things a little better than I have previously. So lately I've been really like laying into the fact that I need to make lists and I need to check stuff off.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do it. Like I'm a very unorganized person for the most part, but I have it all in my head.
It might be good though to have got you to this next chapter to just kind of been crazy and just done a bunch of stuff and grab all the skills, you know, without being too structured with it.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
That's kind of a good way to learn too.
I think a lot of talented people have that disorganization though. And that's like part of the beauty.
It's part of the
in it.
ADHD.
Yeah.
I got the ADHD, man. But yeah, no, I'll forever keep learning. I'm never going to stop learning, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Always try to learn
you're young.
one thing a day. If you could do that, you're doing good.
So right now you are working on all those projects. How much right now are you riding bikes? I guess. So I guess we can go back to the fall or, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like that's
crazy
like
because I just saw you in a neck brace and it was really scary. And then it seemed like you were riding in a neck brace not long after.
3 weeks later, chilling.
It was 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
Three
you
weeks
broke your neck
recovery time.
and it healed in 3 weeks.
Yeah, it was like hardly broken. Somebody told me that break doesn't even count. When I told them what it was, they were like, yo, that doesn't even count.
So they put you in a neck brace and it seemed really scary.
What are the little things coming off your vertebrae called? Not your actual vertebrae, but
they look like little wings, kind of.
Yeah, the little
I don't know,
guys.
but I know what you're talking about. I'm sure everyone knows what we're talking about.
Basically, I chipped one of those.
Okay.
Just slightly. So it's hardly a break at all. But
well, that's good.
I mean, it classifies as a break. And
it's scary when you see you in a neck brace and hear broken neck. You're like,
yeah, not
what?
ideal. I didn't have the cage. I didn't have the halo. So very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Okay,
so it wasn't that big of a deal. You chipped something in there. Hucker must have done something similar because he broke his neck and had a neck brace, but he was like,
he told me to do physical therapy after too. He was like, I didn't do it, and I wish I would have.
He also was like,
I was like, did you do it?
A year later, no, I didn't do it. I did what
he probably didn't do it either.
Yeah, he didn't. He told me he was like,
he was puking in that neck brace, going crazy, still just living a normal crazy life with a neck brace on.
Dude, the day after I broke my neck, I was at the bar. I think it's called Big Slope in Glasgow, and I was there playing foosball, dude, actually winning a game of foosball in the neck brace. It was like, this is unreal.
So it didn't really put you down too much.
No, it hurt to pedal for the next couple days after that. Like every little speed bump and like every little bump in those Scottish roads was like, I could feel it compressing my neck. Like, goddamn.
That's not that bad though for you're pedaling around after breaking your neck.
Yeah.
You know, like that's pretty insane.
I only pedaled that once and I was like, okay, I'm not pedaling again.
Yeah.
Walking is chill, but just like the sudden, when you tense up, you know, maybe a car's coming or something like that. Yeah. Was really hurting me.
Killing you.
I had to get off. And then, I came back to America and 3 weeks later went to the chiropractor just to get an x-ray, just to check on it. Because they told me I needed to do a follow-up visit and this and that. My mom was like, I know this chiropractor. He's really good. Like, let's just go there and see what he says. So for $80, this dude x-rayed me, fully cracked my spine, cracked my neck with no hesitation, mind you. Like, I told him, I just broke my neck, showed him the video and everything. Like, this is it. Here's the x-ray. Here's this. Here's that. He did his own x-ray, looked at it and was like, all right, come here. Dude, like a pretzel. I was like, oh, I thought I was going to die right now.
Yeah, I probably scared the shit out of you.
Did it feel good?
It felt good because immediately when I walked out of that chiropractor's office, I was like, all right, boom, neck brace in the trash. Because he told me, he was like, dude, take that thing off right now. Like, it was actually
So did they spook you in Scotland, or was it like, or did they
spook me?
Like,
they told me I had a broken neck.
Yeah, like, did they say like
spook me? Are you kidding me? I was like, I don't want to fucking.
But they didn't say like, oh, you broke the little wing.
No, they said I broke the little wing. You fractured your C5 vertebrae. That's what they said. And they said it's not crazy. Like, you're not going to need surgery or anything, but you need to wear this neck brace for 3 weeks because if you have any of that action, like, you could chip it more, it could come loose, and it could float and get in between your vertebrae, and then that's when it would cause real problems.
Yeah.
But it wasn't, it was just fractured, like it wasn't detached, you know?
Okay, all right.
Or what do they call that?
Well, I don't want to.
When the bone actually separates?
Yeah.
You know, it was a fracture, not a full break, I guess. You could say.
Yeah.
So yeah, they spooked me. I was like, yeah,
I'm glad we asked that story. That is crazy.
I don't want to
and what was it on? It was on the gap rail, right?
Yeah. Flat four. Something like that.
Yeah. That's a lot. What is that? 12?
Yeah.
Four, flat, four.
Way too thick to be going that far. Hopping that high. Dude, I missed the rail by this much. Like literally there's a mark on my peg or on the rail from my peg that high or that far from the top of the handrail.
Came in inches. Always.
You missed your peg?
Yeah, I hit the side of the rail instead of the top of the rail. Because when I took off, I was like kind of doing that thing where you push it out to get it right, and I don't
know if I ever saw
it. The rail.
I never saw it. I don't think.
Oh.
It's in the Dig 30 thing, right, or something like the photo thing. But I don't know if they showed it directly or not. But I don't know.
I couldn't even.
I don't want to see it.
Couldn't show you.
Was that? Have you had other like kind of heavy falls? I always feel like I always envision you just like bouncing back up.
Yeah, heavy falls. I always knock my teeth out. I guess that's kind of like the main thing that I'm. That's
your go-to.
Yeah, that's my go-to. Just knock teeth out. That's what happened right here in these two front teeth. Doing an ABD again, like. Fuck. Man.
Which one was this one?
We were in Arizona, riding ASU, and this was probably 10 years ago now. It was like Common Crew Arizona trip. We're all standing in a Motel 6, smoking bongs, having a good old time, and it's like, all right, here we go. We're going to ride. I'm way too high to be trying this trick, but we are getting kicked out by security, and it's like Sauce is like, dude, just do it. Like, you can do this right now. It was a maybe 7 stair wall rail, which in deadline, Garrett Reynolds does a gap to wall ice on this rail. It's like a pitch black night clip, 2 seconds long. Like you would never think of it when you roll up to this spot, right?
Yeah.
But anyways, I try it, knock both my front teeth out, get a ride to the hospital from a cop, and then we find out the next day, like, you know, that was an AVD, right?
Oh, shit.
Like, thank you.
The worst.
My fucking girlfriend drove all the way from California to Arizona, picked me up, took me home. I was like, all right.
Later, boys.
Yeah. Fuck this. I'm going to get my teeth fixed.
Between Common Crew and BSD, you've rode a lot of heavy spots.
Oh, yeah.
Like both those crews and now BSD, it's like you're always on cool trips with motivating people.
I know. I love it.
Pretty sick.
Dude, now the BSD team is stacked. Like, especially
It's almost
all the
like a
new guys
little-
in Scotland, too.
Little
Like,
revamp, huh?
dude, it is.
Yeah.
That's what the mixtape was all about.
Mhm.
Like, just we got a full new team, or not full new team, but a bunch of new riders or a bunch of guys that we're trying to build everybody's name, right? So that was the whole idea with the mixtape, was just lay into filming and see what we get. It was never like, oh, let's film a full length or anything like that. It was literally just, let's film. See
It's
what's
so
up.
good.
Yeah,
You
and
guys
then we
killed
did
it.
a couple good trips, and by the time we had enough footage, Dave was like, dude, no more filming. Like, we got one more trip and that's it. I can't stack anymore.
I was surprised that it was.
And
I
he
think
still got so much footage.
Yeah,
left, like-
Donicky said that it was like 4 years essentially of filming.
Oh, yeah, I mean, Donicky was working on his section for 4 years.
Okay.
Or I guess you could say.
Yeah,
Like, he's been
yeah.
filming for a long time, right? And he's been through a bunch of injuries.
That's
That's
Yeah.
true.
through
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
He's been through
That
some
was
gnarly ones.
the whole reason we went to Tenerife, actually, was because Donicky wanted to do this one trick that had taken him out a couple years before or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, he had like 3 moves that hurt him that he was going back to get, and the last one was in Tenerife, and that's why we went to Tenerife.
Is that when he broke his kneecap? Like, right?
Yeah, he split it in half.
So he went
and-
there to get those tricks and split his kneecap in half.
Right, dude, like in the same park as that spot. He was going to do that first day, like first trick.
That was got to be
that's what he was
so
doing.
mentally
What-
fucked.
Oh,
Dude.
so he got re-hurt.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
kneecap
Oh.
thing. He like broke his kneecap and it's
Yeah.
taken a
Yeah.
long.
Well, he broke
did
his
bad.
kneecap, right? And then he came back and he went to Tenerife, and then
Yeah.
boom, first trick, first spot.
Oh, he did his
like-
kneecap twice.
Yes. The
Fuck, I
first
didn't
time, I
know.
don't know what he did I don't know what he did to his knee. He hurt it in some manner, right? But then the second time, he literally split his kneecap in half.
You were there. That was a Tenerife trip.
Dude, it's horrible. It's like,
Poor guy. He'll
shouldn't
be
have
back
happened,
stronger than ever.
dude. He's already back. He's
Yeah,
already cruising.
He's cruising.
Yeah, he shouldn't have got it. That shouldn't have
Yeah, no,
happened
he
though.
shouldn't.
Like, it was a weird little volcano right in the middle of this skate park. You know, it had like a 2-foot diameter top to it, but it was like kind of oververt, and it had these weird little lumps in the transition that if you weren't paying attention, you would just get smoked on this thing. But he hit a good section of it and just aired it, went to do like a little tire tap thing, and just boom, over the bars, right to his head, smashed his head into the concrete, and his knee went straight to the stem. And instantly he was like, I've just split my kneecap in half. And I'm
Fuck.
like, yo, no way. It's like, what do you need? What do you need? He's like, yeah, call an ambulance. I've just split my kneecap in half. It's like, fuck. So I just immediately ran over to like the liquor store or grocery store or whatever and tried to get some ice for him or something, you know,
Yeah.
while everyone else was dealing with it. And we're in a place where pretty much everyone just speaks Spanish too.
Mhm.
So we're like kind of struggling, but at the same time, we had locals there that were helping us out. You know, Minnie Lascoiti?
Yeah.
Dude,
Mini on Fiend.
yeah,
Yeah.
he lives in Tenerife.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that
didn't know
at
that either.
all. But right when we pulled up to that skate park that day, I just see Minnie across the skate park. I was like, dude, what? What are you doing here? He was running a BMX school that day.
Yeah, he
he
does
was
those
able to help
camps and
us.
things. Yeah.
Yeah, he was able to help us translate and do all that for the hospital.
Ugh. Who was your first sponsor?
Stranger.
Stranger. That was the first like Common Crew days
Yeah.
thing. How
Yeah.
long did that last?
Until LZ.
Until the LZ
Yeah,
thing.
until all the LZ shit. And then BSD was
What was
right
your
after.
perspective on that? Because I feel like
I
that's
didn't
like
care.
yeah,
Like, I didn't follow YouTube. Like, I had no idea who Adam LZ was.
yeah,
I just knew that everyone was pissed, and you know, I was pretty loyal with Uncle Augie, right?
Yeah.
He left first, and he left with a mean speech,
yeah. His
right? So
post
I was like,
yeah.
huh, maybe there's something to it. And you know, I hit him up, and he explained everything, like just what was going down and why it was going down and how it went down and how it should have went down. And I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? Yeah, maybe you're right. Like, fuck it, I'll leave.
All right, fair enough. And that
I mean,
was like, and it was because Rich didn't talk to everybody, or who
Yeah,
was
he didn't
Rich
talk to
Hershey?
anybody.
Yeah,
Didn't talk to anybody. Didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
about
Stranger had such a
shit.
good thing going
Yeah.
too. Like,
Yeah.
I was such a huge fan of
Yeah.
that whole squad you guys had.
Yeah, it was fucking sick.
It's always
It
one of
was
those things in
fucking sick.
Yeah, in
Stranger
retrospect,
was sick.
you could see why Rich made that decision, but it's just like LZ should have just rode for like a Mongoose or a GT, like a wider, not like Stranger was.
You don't want to blow. You don't want to ruin your whole thing
Yeah.
you got going because
Yeah.
of this one decision. That's the problem.
Yeah,
Like,
and he got bumped to pro too, right? Like above.
Well, yeah, it was
above
like,
a
nah,
couple
he
other
got
people.
fucking $1,000 first try.
Yeah,
Like nobody ever ridden with him or talked to him or anything. I was like, dude, what?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what is this? We're going to go on a trip with him now or what? And they're like, no trips planned, no nothing. Like, that's just tip plus.
Yeah.
There ain't shit going on over there. And
Yeah.
I wasn't even bummed to leave at all. Really.
great thing happened from it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then was BSD like immediately after, or how long was it?
Dude, I was on Sabrosa, believe it or not, for like 8 hours or something like that.
How'd that go down?
Reed was trying to get me on BSD because he met me in Barcelona and we hit it off. So he had hit up Grant and, you know, they were doing their talks like, is Denim the right guy? Is this guy ever going to ride? You know, this and that. And Reed just absolutely laid into Grant, was like, dude, this is the guy. Like, we absolutely need him. Listen to his name. It's Denim Cox. Like, we need him. Right?
Yeah.
So Reed got me on, but it took Grant a while to hit me up, you know? Reed was like, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. But I was starting to get antsy, like, needed a new bike because my frame was fucking snapped so bad from Barcelona. I was riding a snap Stranger frame at the end of my Barcelona trip, like, just to get around town. It was so bad. Bottom tube completely cracked through.
Fuck.
So I'm cruising that around, doing like little weird drop-ins and shit. And Reed's like, dude, you cannot do that. Like, please let me get you on PSP. So he was working that, but at the same time, Sabroso was hitting me up to ride for them. And finally I was like, all right, I'll do it. And then fucking next morning, Grant hits me up. He's like, hey man, I heard you're on Sabrosa. Cheers. And I was like, yo, I'm actually not. Like, that's none of that's set in stone. I would absolutely love to ride for you.
Nice.
And yeah, since then it's just been an absolutely beautiful relationship.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for a better situation.
How does, I feel like BSD, well, I guess explain the crew at the beginning, because it was like the core crew that I feel like
it was
everybody.
core crew, like Paley, Alex, me, Reed,
Chris
Leezy, Chris.
Leezy, yeah. Heavy crew.
Oh,
Yeah, I was probably forgetting a few, but
Jersey.
yes.
How can we forget Jersey?
Yeah.
And I don't know how officially he was on the team, but Jason Teat, yeah, he always killed it too. So yeah, Mike Taylor, right? Jersey Mike Taylor. Yeah, Jersey. And then so that crew, I feel like it's BSD is such like a Europe UK brand. Like how is it like USA rider, stuff like that?
That's kind of
like,
how it was at the beginning. Like, we had BSD USA, we had BSD UK.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a set in stone thing, but like when you go on their website, you got to pick USA or UK, right? For shipping. So it kind of was. But that was the whole goal with me getting on, was to like try to build up the American side of things. So,
Because it was just Reed before you?
yeah, it was only Reed.
What
It was literally the
was
only
Maloof
American.
after both of you guys?
Well, I guess, yeah, you had Maloof too. Maloof was before Reed.
Maloof was like the team manager at one point too.
Yeah.
It was kicking in the US when Maloof was a TM.
Yeah.
Was there anyone else US at that time?
I think
like there's gotta
it was
be.
Maloof, Reed, and
Elkin or something?
I don't
Josh,
think so.
but I don't know if he's like
it was
actually
so
on
bad
or
at
not.
BMX history.
Yeah.
It is hard.
It is just interesting though, because it's like, yeah, it's a straight up like European company or, overseas company.
Well, I always feel like
which is beautiful for me because guess what? That means I'm traveling.
go over there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Go visit the headquarters and show face and say, hey, what's up?
Yeah, you've probably
This
been to
is
Scotland so
fucking
many
cool.
times.
3 times now, I think.
3. And
Yeah.
Then probably just
Maybe
meet them
4.
over there like in other countries.
Yeah.
That's sick.
A lot of times.
I guess just when the Maloof thing was going on, there was a lot of like America-based trips because he was filming and TM and all that.
Oh, you had David Grant. Duh.
Duh.
Grant.
There we go. Duh. There's probably a couple more does for sure. What
Yeah,
a
so
legend.
now I'm curious. I went oldest on their YouTube page. But
Living in the
I
city is so good.
oh yeah.
So many good BSD videos.
That's because we're going to all these places, man.
And you guys all
People wanna
shred
go.
too. It's the places and what you guys do. And
Yeah, it's the whole vibe. Like,
Dave Sowerby,
Is this-
dude,
fucking
Dave's-
epic.
That mixtape. Oh my god.
Is this Grant?
Yes. Hi, Walla. Check him out.
Old
Oh,
guy
yeah.
versus Curve Wall Part 4. Look at that.
Two of
place.
them?
Oh my god. Dude, he almost went
Front
over
wheel
on that
almost
one.
went.
Yeah, Grant.
Oh yeah, Grant.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
BSD.
because I feel like there's the recipe where it's like the Europe brand picks up USA rider or vice versa. USA brand picks up foreign rider, and there's always this like disconnect. And but BSD somehow like
dude, we be
it makes it. Yeah, it always makes it work.
You know what it is too? It's a lot of. I think lately, like, did you see that Tam? You know Tam.
Tam, yeah.
So Tam flew himself out to Texas and stayed with Trent for 3 months.
Okay.
Just to film a video. Like maybe Grant helped him here and there, but dude, that was all on Tam's accord. And like Trent, he flew to Scotland and stayed there for 3 months, all on his accord. So like we got a couple dudes like that are just so willing to put in the work and like put in the time and have fun with the boys and build those relationships, which is sick as fuck. And I'm mad jealous. I wish I could get out to Scotland and stay there for 3 months, but
it's a time period too. Like, you can't. I get jealous of those dudes too. Right? Like, you can just go somewhere for like even 3 weeks.
Well, you know what I've been doing lately? I've been doing 2 weeks in Texas, 2 weeks here. Yeah. Like as quick as I can get in, get out. Like that's what I've been doing. Allegiant, very, very cheap flights right now. Shout out Allegiant for $200 round trip tickets. To
clothes
Austin.
on your back and clothes on your backpack, and that's it.
Yeah.
No.
No pack bag, no nothing. I got bike there. I got bike here.
Yeah.
Got a truck there. Got a truck here.
That's a way to never get bored.
You got a pit bike here, pit bike there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up with pit biking?
Pit bike there, pit bike here.
I have 5 there and 1 here.
5 there.
Damn. So that's more pit bike world for you.
Pit biking is way sicker over here in California, to be honest, just because you can go out to BLM land and live. Texas is all owned by somebody.
Ooh.
It's kind of hard to find those areas, but there are some dirt bike spots out there or tracks in people's backyards and shit.
Yeah.
My dad's backyard used to be so badass in Dallas, but now he's not living in that house anymore. So they're kind of sitting in storage waiting for me to get my house.
Are you going to have land at the new house? A little plot of land?
Dude, 0.85 acres is what I'm looking at.
That's enough for a pit bike track.
Yeah. 3 bedroom, 2 bath.
Sick.
It's ready for a slight remodel, but I can do it.
You probably know how to do that.
I can do it.
Yeah.
I just built my dad's house. So.
Fuck yeah, man.
Or I didn't build it, but I built some things. I built a building over there.
You helped put it together?
Yeah.
Sick.
Sorry, I'm nerding out on the old YouTube, like Any Which Way and David Grant.
Yeah, all the best videos in the world. Click that Puerto Rico one. Oh, no, that's the old one. The new one, maybe.
Oh, there's so many videos. Transmission, dude.
BSD's a shit. Look at that cover photo, dude. Look at that gang right there.
Where'd the pit bike stuff come from? Originally, like because you said skateboarding. You're good at skating too, right?
No.
I'm
not good.
You never said that.
I can maybe ollie a 10
I've heard it though.
Okay.
I can maybe ollie a 10 stair.
He's good.
That's all I got though.
That's pretty good.
That's where I started, just skating in the backyard. My dad built me some ramps. So I had a quarter pipe, spine. We had this thing called a camel toe. It's just like a little whoop.
Like a tabletop with a thing on top
one
of it.
Right here, right?
Like a tabletop, but with a dip in the middle.
Oh, okay.
So we call
I was thinking a moose knuckle.
No, my ramps weren't that high tech, dude. The quarter pipe was 4 foot tall, and it was made with like 3 pieces of 3/4 inch plywood. So it had a mean like shoom, dum, dum.
It gets you good though. That's how you got that street feel.
Yeah,
around the quarters.
The drop in.
Felt like a Jersey barrier.
Ooh.
God, I love riding trash.
Puerto Rico's a lot of grass and sand. Like it's not it's fun, but it's definitely not the best.
Yeah, no, you really got to hunt for your spots and
that's
look
why you
for
end up doing
hurricane
stuff like that.
spots. Yeah, for sure. But it was a sick trip.
It's sick, yeah.
But the pit bike shit.
Yeah,
dude, I got my first pit bike not that long ago. Like I had a dirt bike when I was growing up. It was a KX65, and I used to jump that thing 65 foot, like 65 foot gap over 8 cars. Whatever. My dad was bringing me up as this freestyle motocross guy. So I'm 8 years old, sideways hat, like I want to be the best freestyler ever, But I'm jumping 60 foot gaps, doing mean one-handers, no-handers. I could do like a 1 foot of can and shit. Weird stuff like that. But
so moto was first then?
Yeah, moto was first. Moto was when I was 7 and 8 years old.
Damn.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, I started at 4 on a PW50. Rode it and then got that 65 and that was like game on. This thing's fast. 2-stroke, 5th gear pin through the wash.
Those little things were mean.
Oh
those
yeah,
little 65s.
Dude, I'll tear you up. Even to this day, you hop on one, you fucking.
They still make those 65s, yeah? 2 strokes?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's dope. I haven't seen one of those in forever.
If they don't make them, then Yamaha might. Yeah, Yamaha's got like new 85s, 2-stroke for sure. But
they make the 85 2-stroke?
Mm-hmm.
Those things are scary.
I know.
And it's still a pit bike at 85?
No.
Oh,
it's
okay.
like for like little kids.
All right.
They're scary as hell though when you're a little kid.
Yeah.
But my first pit bike probably came probably, let's say 10 years ago.
Okay.
11 years ago, I stole it from Sauce pretty much. Like
I always
just
say,
rode
you know,
his
it's a
into the
raw
career.
BMX jam when you see Denim with the pit bike. Like it's a real jam if Denim's there on the pit bike.
Yeah.
You're like a mascot.
Always scheming in the corner, like, what can I fucking do on this thing?
It's so funny. Yeah, you're like this legit pro bike rider, but at a BMX jam, he's gonna do the craziest pit bike thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I like to do
It's
that.
sick though. It's so sick.
I'll bring the bike and it just stays over in the corner. I don't feel like pedaling. I'm like, fuck it. Let's go.
Are you bringing it to BMX day?
Yeah, probably.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll set up. I'll make a swim. There's probably a jump through a tree you could do.
Dude, that's some secret.
Yeah.
Some secret demo.
You do
stuff
crazy
up the
shit on that
side.
thing.
Yeah.
I love
the
it.
hill, the building, the jump on the little building at the first spot. You could do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
chilling.
easy.
So,
He'll be
we got
ripping
spots
that thing.
for you.
All right, cool.
Yeah, we got spots for you. So, what, I mean, obviously from my perspective, the first person to go down a rail on a motorcycle, but probably not. But is that
I mean, in the streets.
like in the streets? Yeah.
In the streets, I might claim that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it in the streets. I've seen some shit.
Did you do
at the
Hollywood
skate
High?
park,
Yeah. That's what I was about to.
I've seen some shit at the skate park on a Honda 50.
Colby did
From back in the day.
Canto 18 on a 450. That's like the
Yeah.
only other person I've seen do
but
a rail.
he had to like
It's gotta
have
be so
seen
much
what you
For
did.
sure.
at
He's such
least,
a
right?
BMX.
Yeah.
No,
like,
me
definitely.
and Colby are homies
Yeah.
because of Sauce. Sauce used to film Colby.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We're all related. Colby's given me the credit for it one time. Like the first podcast he ever did about that, he gave me a little bit of credit, and since then, it's
After that, he's like,
nah. I can't say it every time.
Yeah.
But I'm cool with it. I fucking love Colby.
Ah,
Sick as fuck.
Where
Oh, we
I
never.
think he can do a lot bigger than a fucking 18 though.
Ooh, Colby, hear
For
that?
sure. We'll see you do a tire ride, motherfucker.
Oh, those big tires, it shouldn't be that hard.
I'm screaming, dude. There's no reason he couldn't find a wide.
bigger the tires, the
wide
easier
square
tire
rail.
rides are.
Dude, imagine a wide square rail at like UCI
my
or something.
God,
There's
just
no
jump
reason
down
he
to
can't
it.
jump wheelie down that.
You got to do it on the pit bike first to show them it's possible. Apparently, that's what happens.
I gotta remind these fools.
Yeah, hit them up. This is nice. And we got to talk about the Barbie bike too.
Barbie bikes rock.
Oh my God, I forgot about the Barbie bike.
You did?
This
I
motherfucker
love
used to
that
ride the
thing.
jams on the Barbie bike.
Yeah, that Barbie bike's fucking pimp, dude. I got some demolition cranks, demolition
my
wheels
God.
on it.
So you obviously did skate park ones first
This
before to
Or
warm
the
up for
rail?
this.
No.
You just did the Hollywood High.
Yeah. Well, no. Hollywood High wasn't first. Sorry. I was trying like little Sabrosa rail, flat rail type deals, you know, and just like getting,
Like off a
getting
kicker
kiss
thing?
on it.
Yeah.
No, not even off a kicker.
Oh,
just
really?
like flat ground
Yeah.
or off a curb or something. Like just getting a little kiss, getting the feel of it.
Yo! Oh
then,
my God.
One day I finally was just like, all right, it needs to be done to a rail. So
You almost whiskey throttled the hell out
dude,
of
do
that
you see
thing.
how close I got to that guy at the end? Watch. Oh, yeah, no, I definitely whiskey throttled. And then this guy right here, like I almost hit that dude that was walking and I
Oh.
just set the bike down. There's a better angle on the Instagram. But.
Amazing.
Too funny.
So yeah, this wasn't the first one, but have you ever been to that Norco high school?
The crew that says, is that Vij? There was Scott.
Vegan, V,
The whole crew
Scott,
had to come see
Adam
this.
22,
Oh
whole
my
gang.
God.
Look,
Too
it's a
funny.
No Jumper podcast.
It's a podcast.
Or No Jumper, whatever,
yeah, the
vlog,
channel. Yeah.
whatever they call them these days.
Was it oh yeah, never mind. I was going to ask if this was before the no jumper, and I'm like, never mind. This is actually no
It's
jumper
it.
video.
Dude, I got 10,000 followers from that shit right there.
Fuck yeah.
That's funny.
Because Adam posted it right then and there. The second I did it, boom, straight to Instagram. I was like, bro. But at the same time, the comments were rolling in. I was like, bro.
Is
How sick.
But I was
man.
going to ask you, have you ever been to the Norco 9 Stair?
Norco 9 Stair. Maybe.
Okay. Norco High School. It's a
Yeah.
blue
Probably,
rail,
yeah.
right-hand side. It has flat down. That
Oh,
was,
yeah,
That
yeah,
was the first
actually.
one I ever did.
Okay.
And I took a little ramp that was, 6 inches tall and
Get
just
on there and feel
barely
it out.
kissed the bottom side of that rail, but I did it and was ecstatic about it. And
It's
then-
crazy because I wouldn't even think there's anything to grind on the bottom of a dirt bike, but I've like at the Clausen Jam, you really were locking into that.
Yeah.
That rail was huge. You were sliding that shit
I
like a
know.
board slide.
I was trying to get across it.
That
I
was
couldn't
crazy.
quite
Yeah.
get it.
Basically
that one was
did.
really hard. I tire rode it though.
Dude, riding with you there, I felt like you were giving like the best energy to like, bounce off of. Like
Trying to hype people up.
Yeah, it's so sick. You're like I said on that pit bike, you're like a mascot that just hypes everyone up because you're doing crazy shit.
Well, I see
But
some
you're
shit
not-
going down, and then all of a sudden I'll ride that dirt bike and get right on their ass.
Yeah.
And like all right, let's do it
It's
again.
so
Let's
funny.
do something else. Like,
Is this the year
I do
you
feel
did
like
the
a mascot on that thing, kind of.
You
Because I
are.
know everyone's fucking looking, so
Yeah.
it's the loudest thing in the room.
And it's cool too because you have like really good BMX etiquette. So you're like, I'm not worried about you hitting me or anything. Like if there was like some random dirt bike kid, I'd be like, yo,
Yeah, you're
like,
scared.
chill the fuck out.
Yeah, no, I know when to wait my turn. When
Yeah.
to sit back.
No, you're right in the jam.
That's why
The proper way.
that's why the last year, or not last Swampfest, but the year before that one, I took my pit bikes there. Full intention to ride the fuck out of them. And when I got there was like way more people than the year before.
Yeah.
And dude, it was wet, dangerous. My bike was feeling sketchy. So every time I got on it, I was almost getting into somebody's shins or something. I was like, dude, it's just not worth it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
trying to hurt somebody.
Yeah,
So I
exactly.
just kind of parked that thing on the
You didn't go to
sidelines.
this year's.
I did. Yeah.
You
It was
did?
sick.
I was trying to find the year where you did the gap to
wasn't
grind across.
Much for you to ride the pit bike on this year because I don't feel like I've seen too much pit bike footage of you this year.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah,
ride
you were
shit.
chilling
I
this
didn't
year.
take it. I didn't take the
A
pit
lot
bike
of
this year. I
Yeah, it
just
was
went
all
there.
wood or like lake jumpy stuff. So there probably wasn't. You could have rode it across the boards though.
Yeah, no, that was sick.
Did you do that? Did you ride it across?
No, I didn't do it,
Oh,
but
okay.
my boy did. Like this dude
Oh,
that I
okay.
met at the first Swamp Fest that I went to, he did that
He
shit.
did it.
I was so hyped. I was sitting on top of a truck with a hurt ankle though.
Oh, okay.
I heard it on the swamp rail.
Yo, didn't you break?
I thought I broke it, but I did not break it.
Oh.
Apparently, I was just trying to bitch out of a road trip. Dude, I was so mad about that still to this day. But
Well, you went
Because
home 'cause you
I
thought it
went
was
back and
broken.
looked at that
was
footage.
wrong.
I went back and looked at that footage because I remember somebody saying like, "Yo, the people they have all this momentum and their legs are sticking
Oh
in the
yeah,
mud."
dude.
Yeah.
Watching that,
They're
I thought
like,
we were gonna.
they're like
Oh,
somebody,
yeah.
and then they're like,
So
"Yo,
gnarly.
Denim broke his ankle."
Oh.
I thought I did.
Now I remember it.
It's
Yeah.
swollen. I felt it pop right when I hit.
Because you landed and your legs
Dude,
stuck.
I found a hard spot in the mud. You know what it was? Which now I think back at it, I'm like, I think somebody lost their shoe right there. Because
Oh,
everyone was
yeah.
like, yo, I lost my shoe. I lost my shoe. I think I caught like the very corner of somebody's shoe. And just, I felt my ankle pop.
You figured you were
And
just
that
gonna
whole
sink in the
night-
mud and
Dude, yeah, I felt my ankle pop. And that whole night I was like throbbing, rolling this way, rolling that way. I was like, dude, fuck this. Like, there's no way I'm going to live in this RV with 7 other dudes like this. Like, I'm out.
What'd you do? You just flew home,
I booked a ticket home from Jacksonville or wherever it was right there.
and then you felt good when you got back, or what was the deal?
4 days later, I'm
4 days, yeah.
4 days later, I'm like limping around work
Yeah.
because I
still a good call not to go then.
Yeah, 4
Yeah,
days.
but, dude, the worst part is I missed the Daytona 500 that was the very day after Swamp Fest.
So you're gonna go to that and then on your trip.
Well,
And
I was gonna go to the Daytona 500, but I broke my fucking ankle.
I heard.
So Daytona 500 was in Florida right after Swamp Fest, and all the boys went, and they got 2 RVs into the infield.
You love NASCAR?
Not necessarily,
Oh,
but
okay. It's just
to
a
get
big
But
thing.
2 RVs in the
Dude, to get
infield.
2
yeah.
RVs on the infield of Daytona 500 for free, unheard of.
How'd they do that?
Because the race got canceled for Sunday, it got pushed to Monday because of rain. So a bunch of RVs left the infield, and we were able to kind of like sneak in there with some other dudes past that like Alex Hammond and
right over here. Yeah.
that type of deal. Like one dude that was already in there came out with his pass and then rolled in with fucking 2 RVs and Reed's van. It was like, dude, how did I miss that?
Can you give me the backstory on how you guys were into RVs and got to Swampfest?
How we got into RVs?
Like, I
That's a
mean,
good
like
question.
how did the road trip come about? And who was,
So we met this dude named Julius Martis a long time ago in Barcelona, that 2015 Common Crew trip. That's where we met him. And we've been keeping in touch with him for years. He came to America maybe a year ago, hit us up, hung out with us. He's friends with Sauce too. So him and Sauce were all hammered drunk one night and had the plan to go to Swampfest. And Sauce was like, dude, let's get an RV. And Julius was like, oh yeah, I'm down. Like, what do you need? But Sauce laid out this plan. Everybody gives $2,000. 8 people give $2,000 each, right? So we bought this $16,000 RV, which only cost us $13,000. So we had a little bit of money left over. And then we built the bike rack, got the insurance, put a tire on it or whatever. And that thing was mint condition, like ready to go across the US. So that's how it came to life. Like drunk idea turned to complete reality. Like
What year
all it
was
takes
that?
is
And
2000.
this is this year?
This is
Oh, you guys did that this year?
Yeah.
For Swampfest this year.
Damn.
Yeah.
And so there was,
And those are the
and
RVs
that's-
that went to NASCAR too.
Yeah,
so
that's
they
one
kept
of them.
going.
That's one of them. Yeah.
And then so
Sick.
there's no mishaps. It just all worked out.
Yeah, it worked out great. Dude,
What
that
the
thing,
fuck?
that thing was so mint.
That's
Like,
crazy.
we were meticulously looking for RVs before we purchased this one. We drove all the way fucking way north.
Dennis is
LA.
literally like, how the fuck you buy an RV and it didn't break down?
I know. Dude, I actually just watched Market the other day and I was like, yo, now I know why we like RVs so much. Just thinking back.
They're sick.
Dude, when we were Common Crew coming up, like Market Zero was the shit and you guys are rolling around in the RV doing all that. So we got our own RV. And
you guys got a little nice
one.
one. Yeah, ours was 12 grand and we should have spent an extra grand and got a good one.
Yeah. What was wrong with it?
Belts would come loose and stuff like this weird little things here and there, but it would always like seem to break down in the middle of a fucking desert. Like,
yeah,
They also,
hours each
they
way
also
from
didn't have a
nothing.
denim on deck to fix shit. Too.
None of us were really like
luckily I
savvy
didn't
with
have
that.
to fix nothing.
Yeah,
on that
that's
fucking
sick.
shit.
RVs aren't like they're technical. Like the motor was under the bed, you know.
Yeah.
Like it was even if you
Pain
knew
in the ass.
Yeah.
What was the layout like in that one? Did you have like the queen bed in the back?
Yeah,
Dude, this RV
really
we bought-
unpractical for a crew of dudes. Like,
This RV we bought was the perfect unit. We were looking on Craigslist meticulously. Like I was saying, we drove all the way up north LA to go look at this one because it specifically had 4 beds in the back. It's
Oh,
like
shit.
a bunk
The
bed
bunk
here
bed
and a bunk
setup.
bed here. You know, window here, window
Yeah.
here, window here, window here.
that's
Yeah.
perfect.
Dude, so nice.
Did it have a bed above the drivers too?
Yeah,
the
a bed
bunk
above
beds?
the
That's
drivers, and then
fucking
you had the
sick.
couch and the dinette as
Perfect.
well, full kitchen,
Perfect.
everything. So we went all the way up, way north LA to look at this thing, and they wanted I think they wanted 15,000 for it, and the clear coat's peeling off of it, and the tires are fucked, and the belts are squealing, and this thing is like, yeah, we could fix it. Sauce is over there trying to flip the dude a coin like 13,000 or 12,000, and I'm like, dude, just don't buy it. Like, we don't need this right now.
Yeah.
We're not going on the trip for 2-3 more months. Like, don't buy it, please. And he's still over there flipping for it. I'm so glad that deal didn't go through because on our way home from way up north LA, I found another one in Orange or Cerritos or somewhere over on the 605. I found another one. Message duty responded immediately. He showed up that night, met us there, and he showed up with his kid, the title, fucking all these service records. The thing had new tires on it, no clear coat peeling. It was stored underneath the cover. It had a car cover in the back. And we were like,
Perfect.
dude, this thing is mint. You know, he had oil change records, Cadillac converter records. Like the cats got stolen, so he just put new cats on it and shit. And we were like, dude, this thing's fucking nice. I'm over there smelling oils,
Yeah.
checking shit. And yeah, that ended up being the one we bought, and we got it for 13,000.
Who went in on it?
Me, Trevor, Sauce, Julius, Sebrin, Janos,
And who was in the other
a couple
RV?
other people. That was some other Dutch bastards that met us at Swampfest.
Were they the real fucking drunk ones with the face painting and shit?
I don't know.
I
They're
don't know.
guaranteed real drunk.
Yeah, it was some real drunk fucking European people.
Yeah, probably them.
Who's got the RV now?
We just sold it.
Oh, nice. And everyone
2
got their
weeks
money
ago.
back.
Everyone got their money back.
Made a profit.
Dude.
Sauce might have even made $1,000.
Of course,
He
yeah.
fucking, he totally earned that
Yeah,
$1,000
yeah,
bucks because I mean he put the whole thing together.
Dude, what an
He
amazing
paid all the
story.
shit, fronted people money to get it and all that. So
That's
I don't know who. Honestly, I don't know who exactly threw in on it. I know who was in on the plan, and I know I personally put that $2,000 down. Right? I don't know who else did.
What a
but
sick plan.
Sauce wanted the trip to happen so
Yeah,
bad.
he
was
probably
like,
made it
"Fucking-
happen. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll front it. You know,
he probably knew he was going to make most of his
he
money.
knew he was
back
going to
anyway.
sell it. So.
Yeah,
He didn't want to though. It was heartbreaking.
He's like, there's so many memories.
You wanted to keep, I should have just kept it. Yeah, too many people owning one RV.
I told him, I was like, dude, I don't care. Keep that 2,000. Like, I would like to keep it, but it's a fucking 30 foot RV.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
let's buy another one later in life,
Yeah,
or
true.
I don't know.
Unless you got a nice
But
little
yeah,
spot
it's
to.
sick. We didn't have to rent it.
Fucking
Right?
amazing.
Renting that RV would have cost us $6,000, guaranteed. To
Oh,
do
yeah.
that all the way from California to Florida and
Yeah,
back
and it probably would have broken down.
and back,
Yeah.
dude. That would have cost way more than $6,000.
So expensive.
What anything? Nothing random on the road driving across
After
the
I
country.
left, the spark plug on number 5 cylinder blew out. Or something.
No, but I mean, like, just in general, what's driving across the country like these days with fucking 7 dudes in an RV?
Amazing, chilling.
Yeah, chilling.
Super easy.
You guys just beeline it, or what'd you guys
Nah,
do?
we were stopping everywhere.
All
Took
right.
us fucking forever to get there. And we were like, once we got to Austin, Texas, the day we got there, we went straight to 9th Street.
Mhm.
And Julius absolutely ate shit, punctured his lung,
Fuck.
broke his back,
What?
light brakes. But yeah, he was not riding for the rest of the trip type deal. But yeah, when we got to Austin,
Did he get back in the RV?
Yeah, he got back in the RV.
Fucking
Broken back,
That's why
broken
I'm
neck.
like-
Don't mess with you
That's
guys.
why I'm like, dude, I broke my ankle and
You're
I
like,
left.
all
He's
right.
got punctured
Yeah, you
lung
get-
and a broken back.
You can. I'll take top bunk. You can have bottom bunk. It's like the
God.
luxury he gets. You know.
Yeah. I forgot what we were saying though.
Yeah, just like
Talking
just
about
random.
nine-
I mean,
yeah.
that's what I was asking. Like, there's got to be some fucking
how's it like
stories
when
on.
we're
Of,
doing-
like,
yeah, so right when we
yeah.
got to Austin, he broke his back, and then from then on, we were just rolling with all the other dudes. So Trent, Yubi, Brett, Will, fucking literally everyone from Austin drove to Swampfest. There's like 5 cars in this caravan, and the whole time we're just trying to keep up to him in this RV. I was starting to get mad. Like by the time we got to Swampfest, I was like, dude, we haven't done shit. Like all we've been doing is driving. You know,
yeah.
every time we'd pull up to a spot, it's like they've already been there for 2.5 hours. They're getting ready to leave, and we're like, all right, fuck it. Or it would start raining when we got
Should
there.
have let
you
those
know?
fuckers go.
Well, we did all the time. We'd just be sitting there and doing it. But like, if it's not a spot that we cared about, we're like, obviously not going to stay there, you know? And half the time they're riding shit we didn't care about. So
like
So
actual
flat-
spots,
yeah, like
not got
Jared
the rails.
Duncan, Julian style spot, you know, a little fucking flat ledge, weird action. I don't know.
How is
It
it?
was
How
pretty funny.
that brings up an interesting topic. Like
That
when
sounds
you're
super fun, though.
when you're on a trip and it's you, Reed, Alex. I mean, I don't know if Chris goes on trips too much these days, but I mean, Foley is a whole other wild
fucking
animal. Yeah. So like, how is it with the choosing of the spots? Is it? I don't know. Is
It used to be pretty funny. Like when it's me, Trent, and Reed, we
Yeah,
all
Trent.
look at each other like, who's going to feeble this thing? You know? But with Foley, it's kind of like same shit. He's right side, or I'm right side, he's left side. So we really work well together on these spots because he likes to send it and, you know, get shit done, do that one and done and create the hype. And then it gets me hyped. I'm like, all right, my turn, buddy.
and then I
It's
heard
fucking sick.
I listened to the Canode podcast and you said that Foley did something before your fall in
Yeah.
Scotland. Was it his
So
his
dude.
banger into the
Yeah,
in
that
mid-stick?
hop over the rail, dude.
Oh my god!
Have you ever been to that spot?
No.
Oh,
I mean, we'll
Is
watch
that in
would
it.
like
Scotland?
it.
Is that in Scotland?
yeah,
It's crazy how many fucking spots there are around there.
dude, a lot.
Like it's insane.
That
So many
dude-
bangers.
Oh! You know
Yeah.
that spot, Dennis? You ever been there? It's a
No.
new one. That's
Look at
another
the
Scott.
tires
Dude,
just
he-
glazing.
Oh, he literally
He landed on the
fucking ghost
diagonal.
feebled it for
Yeah.
half a second.
Ooh.
Nasty.
I like this guy.
He like barely landed.
I like this guy.
Yeah, Joe Foley's a goat. Keep your
He kind of
eyes
came
on
out of
him.
nowhere for me personally.
Yeah, the cut was like I remember he had another BSD thing where he did like a wall ride rail on a waterfront, and I was like, okay, this dude's fucking wild.
The cut was so
Yeah,
sick
right
too
here,
because it
Dennis.
really showed his personality as well as his
even
wildness.
just the
You saw
look.
the Project X video too, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
that shit was
Yeah, we said
sick.
Project Cut. That's the we fucked
You
up.
said the cut.
I said the
something.
cut.
I knew
Yeah,
what you
sorry.
meant.
Cut it up.
Just the way he looks back at that rail, like or the gap, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Dude, we were all way more scared of that than him. And look at him, he just greased it. Absolutely fucking barely caught that bank.
But perfect.
Yeah.
Dude, couldn't have been better.
It was amazing.
And then my spot is literally right across the street. And I had been there the year before. So I was like, all right,
front tire.
let's go. You know, he hyped me up. I was like, let's get one more. We're right here. Let's do it.
Well, you got your banger right after that?
No, I wanted
he
to.
got
Oh,
I
that's
wanted
what
to
you got
do
hurt.
Gap ice, but then I
Yeah.
broke my neck instead.
Yeah. I was wondering, I listened, I was like, I wonder, because it was before this came out, obviously, I was like, I wonder if that's what it was.
Yeah, that's
So,
it.
Yeah.
It was right that my spot was right across the
God.
street. And like I said, I saw it a year or two before that.
Charged
I was
you
like,
up.
Dude, I want to.
Yeah.
In Glasgow?
Yeah.
So many fucking spots there. It's
Oh, yeah,
crazy.
dude. It's unreal.
I went there one time and it kind of halfway rained the whole time.
Well, that's Glasgow.
Yeah. So I got to see a lot of shit and it was amazing.
See it.
Yeah. At one point, I think we just started riding in the rain. Like,
Dude,
you know,
that's
just
daily
like,
life
Yeah,
for
just
them,
turned in because like
honestly.
Alex D was just so normal with it. We're like, I guess you just ride around in the rain here.
Yeah.
Like the last day, we're just, it's not raining hard. So
Yeah.
let's go ride. Pretty sick.
Interesting. Though.
As you're yawning. Interesting.
Interesting.
sure.
That's natural. That's natural for me.
Rain, interesting.
Well, yeah, rain does make me tired. I meant like interesting in the sense of like growing up here when it's cloudy, you know, and you're like, ah.
It's kind of shitty outside. And they're like,
Yeah.
this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Tap staff.
Yeah.
Tap staff. They're taking their shirts off in 50-degree weather.
Yeah, you got to just ride in the wet.
Let's watch. I want to watch some pit bike stuff, but I don't know where to find it. Is there something that I should watch?
No.
There's nothing.
We watched the rail.
Of me?
Yeah.
No, you can't find.
Nothing?
No, you're going to have to wait for that.
What do you mean wait?
You're going to have to wait.
Tell me more.
I can't really go into it much. I signed an NDA. But, no, basically, when I get to Texas, me and Trent are going to work on a split BMX 110 part.
Really?
Yeah. I got my dirt bike all set up with street wheels now.
Hell yeah.
It's fucking sick. Big old wide ass street tires.
What is your pit bike motor?
A 110, but it's bored out to 143.
So it's not a 50 at all.
No.
It's a big boy.
It's 3 times the size.
Yeah.
It's fast. Fun.
I was trying to find at least the one from the Battle of Brands.
3-speed, auto magic. Yeah. Good
Does it
luck,
have a clutch?
dude. You're never going to find it. No clutch.
Fucking
No
hell.
clutch.
I have one that's set up with a clutch. I got 5 different bikes. They're all set up different. Just honestly, my favorite thing to do is like when somebody doesn't ride dirt bikes, I'm like, well, hey, look, I have these 5, every single skill level. You know, this one has a clutch. This one doesn't have a clutch. This one has a clutch that you could use if you want. Or this one has street tires.
That's sick.
This
So
one's a 1978.
Then you could
Trail
always have
70.
someone to ride with too when you want to go ride.
Exactly.
That's dope. Have you ever tried a Suron?
Yeah, I hate them.
You hate them?
They're cool, but I just hate them.
Just not your style. Just
Just
don't like
weird.
the feel.
Like I don't like the feel of the throttle. I like that mechanical cable in between me and the go button. You know.
Huh. You just feel like it's like there's just nothing there between.
I just feel like every time I land on a Saran, I'm all of a sudden whiskey throttling, you know, like giving it that extra juice and almost crashing.
Yeah.
And I really don't like the way you stand on it. You're like really narrow and you're not
Pit
like a
bikes are-
BMX bike at all. Pit bikes, yeah,
They're just
you got
wider,
the motor
right?
in between you, so you have a little bit of width. It feels
Interesting.
way more stable.
I thought the same thing when I stood on a Suron. It had like a weird stance. I only
feels
rode
crazy
one for a
weird.
quick second in a parking lot, and that makes sense. Your feet are just close together, huh?
Yeah, I don't like that
Huh.
shit.
Yeah, I felt like I was standing straight up.
Dude, I had the wrong fucking year. I just went through that whole video trying to find it.
Dude, you're never going to find it.
I know. But now you fucking challenge me.
No, you're never going to find
These
it.
are
this
so
clip-
good. I
this
hope they do
clip
these
is-
again.
You just
These
find
Battle
this
of the
boxer's
Brands.
clip.
Shout out to Source.
Yeah. You think they'll do it this year?
I think Rishi said they were thinking about it.
Yeah.
Well, nobody
yeah.
took it serious last time, so I wouldn't doubt it if they don't do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you guys did.
We did. We smashed the competition by double the points. Fuck everyone. BSD, #1 brand, baby.
Bring you guys back and new teams for other people to take it seriously, though. Show it's like,
Yeah.
you know, fucking do it.
Shit.
Where'd you guys do yours?
This is the
We're
tire
in
ride,
Houston,
right?
In
Texas.
Houston, Texas. That's random.
Look at that shit.
Is that dog shit?
That's some mud from the river. Nastiest river I've ever been in. Can't believe I'm not dead. I took a shower in the aquarium right after that.
Oh.
They have a pond right out front, and I just like rode by the thing and fell into it on accident, right? And just fucking got in there and
Just a
started
little
rubbing
bit.
myself
I just
while the security's watching me.
show Trent some love here.
Yeah, you ever
Trent,
seen this one?
That X up feeble he did.
Have you
on
ever seen
Staples Center.
that feeble he did?
Yeah.
That's the most fucked up feeble in the world, probably.
He does the nastiest.
Yeah.
Damn. Houston
Dude.
got spots. Houston's huge too. There's probably so much shit
Yeah.
there that no one's even rode.
Yeah, shout out Tristan for that spot. He said he's been eyeing it up since high school and nobody manned up.
Dope.
And finally, Trent was like, all right, this is the trip right here. Let's do it. We were like 2 miles away from that spot. And he like Googled it just to see where it was, saw that we were 2 miles away. He's like, fuck it. Let's go get it right now. Like, I'm ready right now. So we just all pulled up. Full support. He's got shaved eyebrows, shaved head because he shaved all the hair off his body for one of the challenges. Look at him. He had sweat in his eyes that whole feeble.
Oh, I bet.
And yeah, he absolutely killed that. You know what else is fucked up? He did the X up grind right before that, where you have to be missing the opposite peg, right?
Oh, yes.
So if you went
He
to
doesn't
double
have a
peg,
peg,
you would
right?
drop. 'cause you didn't
Oh,
have that
that's why
front
he had
peg there,
3
so he had
pegs.
to do the
Yeah.
X up grind, and he never switched the peg back.
Yeah.
So when he did that feeble, he
Yes.
doesn't have a peg on that front left side at all.
Oh my God. Okay. I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Zero safety. His bike is all set up
Oh.
weird, like one peg on the left, one peg on the right.
Crazy.
Which you know how weird that feels.
Yeah. No, it's
And
so
he's-
dangerous.
Even just it
He's
being in your
because
head.
at least you can
Yeah.
drop the double peg and be like
Dude.
somewhat safe.
And
You
he just didn't
didn't care.
care.
That is
I
crazy.
love Trent more
Not
than
an
anybody
option.
in the
Not an
world.
option
Oh.
for it to not work.
Yeah, he seems super cool.
Dude,
He's definitely like
absolutely
a new
most
backbone of
genuine-
BSD too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
most genuine, awesome guy you can be around.
Yeah,
Enjoys
I love
the
the
experience.
The revamp
as well.
of BSD
Dude, so
is
much.
fucking hitting right now. It's
Like
Yeah.
all those in between episodes. And
I
all
love
that shit.
those,
Dude, he put
yeah.
so much passion, so much work into it, and just you watch back that video and it makes you feel like you're there every
Yeah.
time, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
It's cool. It's cool. I'm a fan of Trent.
Yeah, I think everybody is. I don't think he don't have a bad bone in his body. And I don't think anybody hates him. or could. And if they do, I'll fucking beat them up.
What's your like personal favorite video part of yours all time? Is there one that you would be like one that you would show the grandkids?
I really like the Road to Grime one, just because right at the beginning of that, I'm literally inside a dumpster. But the More Speed, Less Doubt one is for sure the one I'm the most proud of. Just because it was
crazy.
It was several months of rolling around in a van with Reed and Tony, and then after that, it was 2 years of trying to get the footage from Tony. And then it finally came out because Sauce edited it all. He finally was like, Denim, just go to Texas and steal the hard drive from Tony and I will edit the video for you. So that's what I did. I flew to Texas, met Tony Maloof in Bob Skirbo's kitchen, was like, what's up? And he knew right away. He was like, I know why you're here. That's right. How you doing though? And we sat there and drank all night. And
like no drama or whatever,
no drama
but was
all.
it like, I mean, I guess I don't really know that backstory. Was it like he wasn't working for BSD anymore, or was he just like lost motivation?
Yeah,
or
I
what
think it's
the deal
more of a
was?
lost motivation.
Yeah, nothing like, because we
getting-
talked about that recently with like Fernando.
Yeah.
Like,
Gomarin?
like holding on to the footage.
Gomarin?
Yeah, Jarens and stuff like that.
Dude,
so.
I lived with him.
But
you know that?
Did
In
you?
Barcelona?
In Barcelona, for the 4 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
lived in Barcelona
when
for
he
4
was
months?
when he was the
sick.
mayor.
In 2015,
Yeah.
we went
Wow.
for that 3 weeks, and
Yeah.
then I was
You
like,
stayed.
"Yo, I'm staying." Because Eric Sands, I don't know if you know him, but Eric Sands,
Sounds
dude,
familiar.
everybody knows Eric Sands.
Yeah.
At BMX competitions for a couple of years, they were screaming, "Eric Sands, Eric Sands." But anyways, yeah, he's the one who was like, "Dude, just stay here. Like, you could stay at my house." I was like, "Really?" And like I said, I put my shit in storage. I quit my job. I was like, fuck, maybe I can. I had $2,500 in my bank account or something. I was like, dude, let's fucking do it. I'll stay here.
Yeah.
A month and a half later, I had $500 in my bank account. I was like, yo, this is not looking good. I
Yeah.
still got 2 months. And then that's when I started like just trying to find weird little odd jobs and try to make some money. I like called
In
my
Barcelona,
mom.
you were
Yeah, I
making money.
called my mom. I was like, hey, you know how my birthday's coming up? She's like, yeah. What do you want? I was like,
Money.
Can you book me a plane ticket home? Yeah, so she hooked me up. And then, I was living so goddamn poor with Minnie Lascoiti and Fernando and Minnie's brother and this dude named Pablo from Argentina and our old buddy Abdullah Al-Khalili.
Probably so fun to live in Barcelona for a little bit.
Yeah, it was cool.
As a street
Definitely,
rider.
it was the perfect time for
Nasty
me to
Mondays.
do that. Absolutely. Nasty.
Nasty Mondays. How did we get there? I blanked out. What were we talking about before that?
Don't know. Let's
Crap.
move on.
We're talking about
All
his
right.
video part.
We'll just.
Oh no, we're talking about Maloof
favorite
and the
video
footage.
part.
Maloof
Oh
and
yeah,
the
so
footage.
you get the footage, and then obviously he just hands it over.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
you guys- so you
like
guys
we
are
were
fucking
chilling, drinking
lifetime
that
fr-
night.
lifelong
You're a go
friends
getter
at this
though.
point,
Like I'm
so.
gonna go get the footage instead of talking
Dude,
about how I don't have it. Yeah.
dude, I got all my footage and all Reed's footage right then and there. He put it all on a hard drive for us, and then after he gave it to me, like I think he started working on Reed's shit.
Oh, that's good. That's
Right.
good.
So
Yeah.
like a year later, then Reed's shit was like kind of coming together, but Dave still had to finish the editing on that.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I haven't really talked to Tony about who finished that video. But I know with my video, like when I got that shit from Tony, I took that hard drive to Sauce, gave it to him. He sat down with it for, 2 or 3 nights, just laid into it. And then he sent it to Grant and Dave and they tuned it up. Made a couple little adjustments here and there.
This
and
that's this video?
This is this.
This video
yeah.
here.
More speed, less doubt.
So
Look
yeah,
at
this is
that
definitely
car.
the one that
Is
I'm
that another
most-
car you built? That thing was crazy.
No, that's one that my dad built.
Damn.
He's built 5 or 6 badass hot rods like that.
Skill set is just carry you through
Right
life.
there, I'm welding the diff because I'm trying to do burnouts for this video. And I'm still running that welded diff to this day. 4 to 8.8, baby. But yeah, this is the
That
one
thing
I'm
is
most proud of just
so
because
crazy.
Just because I'm able to showcase the van and
Yeah.
dirt bikes, and it's got a little bit of everything,
So is this all Maloof footage then?
Yeah. Yeah, all Maloof footage filmed over like a 4-month period where I was on the trip and then I would go back home to work and then I'd come back on the trip and then
Yeah.
I'd go back home for work.
What was the trip?
It was me, Reed, Tony, Wes McGrath showed up for a couple sections of the trip and we were just rolling around. Called it the Road to Grime. Like we were just going from Minnesota to California was the
Okay.
goal. And we didn't make it past Austin, Texas because Reed fell in love.
With a girl
as he often does.
He got a girl and then we didn't leave. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going back. You know me, like I'll book a ticket and fucking go
Reed's
right
a
back to
lover.
work.
Reed's a lover.
Yeah, so I left his ass in Austin and then
God, what a horrible idea.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, that sums up some of your bike riding. Well, I don't want to say all of it, but like horrible ideas. And then it's just like so good.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that you're like, why the fuck would you do that? That was so amazing.
yeah, that's the shit I love. Like shit that other people don't want to ride, or you know, shit. Like people look at it and they're like, "Dude, that ain't even possible."
Would it be sick if you could do this?
Yeah, and I'm like, actually, I bet you can if you do this. You know, like if you put that picnic table right there, maybe you can wall ride that roof. I don't know.
I love that. Not that Superman, your mentality.
That's trash, bro. But that was two of my pit bikes right there in that clip. Yeah, I got too many fucking projects. And the pit bikes are 5 of them.
When you film a video part, is it literally like, is this how you have to work, or could you film a video part at home?
What?
Like, could you
in California?
Yeah,
no,
like,
I'd never do that.
Yeah.
It's fucking trash. I hate this place, honestly. So over it. Like,
The Common Crew video is basically all California.
yeah, that was
so
all,
you've done
all
that.
Cali.
Yeah.
But since
Since then, it's all been on trips.
yeah, I would way rather be out of California. And what the fuck do I want to drive 2 hours to LA for and sit in traffic and do all the shit that I've already done? Like,
You've already
zero
done it.
interest in it.
You've already done
Absolutely
it over and
zero
over again.
interest.
Well, and I feel like it's like you probably work well in the sense of like, oh, these pallets are right. You're not like going to wait for the filmer to show up to ride these pallets in this trash can. Like it's all going to happen in that moment.
And you have such a huge life outside of BMX where you are like home based.
It's probably hard to
like,
escape.
Seems like, I'm not going to sit in LA for 2 hours because I got like 10 projects. I'm trying
I
to
got
get
shit
done.
to do. There ain't no way.
I got to put a fucking electric
hard to
motor
get
in
me
a
out.
Bel Air.
Especially with
and
BSD
fucking-
where you know they're sending you on a trip in a few weeks. So you're like, I'll just wait and fucking get it on that.
Yeah, I'll always wait to just go to a trip. Yeah, I'll catch a van session here and then, but it's pretty goddamn rare.
Yeah.
To be
So you don't even ride much at home.
Oh, 9 to 5. That's me.
Damn.
Like,
Is
9
it
to
like
5, and then I go home and work 5 to 9.
Rob
Like,
Wise was always like that.
That's what I was going to say.
Dude,
Is
Rob Wise is
Tom
fucking
Tom
goat.
White,
He's
Tom White,
absolute
Rob
goat.
Wise.
And he's a guy like you
Tom
who's just
White,
good at
absolute
everything.
goat,
Yeah.
dude.
Good at everything. And we'd go on trips and be like, "How you been riding, Rob?" He's like, "Not much." We're like,
Not a
"When's the last
chance.
time you rode?" He's like, "My bike was in the bike bag the whole time."
Yeah.
We're like, what, dude? Like, how the fuck are you this good?
That's exactly how I am.
That's
you know?
cool.
Well, I think
It's a
too,
rare breed.
We have a similar mindset to you, where it's like if you see it and you believe that it's possible, just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Just fucking do it. What,
I see the
you ain't
similarity
ridden a
in
bike
you and
before,
Rob
you
though,
know?
where you just have so much other things too. Like at home, like he was.
Rob was super skilled in
what I'm
whatever he
saying.
did too.
He did a lot of
Literally
other shit,
incredible at
too.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Where were you asked like,
none
when
of that. I did not want to do that at all, but somebody made me want it.
Fucking uphill
I think
board on
Wes-
dirt.
Wes just wanted a photo. I was like,
sick
all
as
right.
fuck though.
It's amazing, of course. So I'm
Smash
not.
into that
There's
board.
Dude, there's so
Denim's
many on that
riding
clip.
is like it's entertainment value first.
Yeah, I
and
ride
then-
for the people. I don't even ride for the people.
This is a
Literally,
slider to the
there's
fence.
so many clips that it, like
Yeah, I
somebody
mean,
else told me to
look at
do
this.
that. I did not plot. You know? That one I was super hyped on.
That was so reckless looking.
Hold on, let's just. He just said he was super hyped on it. Like,
I
like
understand
literally,
it,
like
'cause it's
that
epic.
sums it up.
Yeah.
You didn't even try and avoid the fence. You're like just.
No,
all
I
right,
was
just
trying to
take
use the
it.
fence to stop, and then it broke and ripped me
That
underneath
clip
it.
is crazy.
Dude, like that fence was supposed to stop
This
me.
is so crazy too.
That fence didn't stand a chance. I got 180 pounds coming at it, dude.
Dude.
Incredible.
How do you even know that was going to work? That's like not a trick you could ever practice anywhere.
I just tried it from the top.
You've never done that over crooking it. 4x4 grain like that?
I'm sure I have on like a double Sabrosa rail setup.
Okay.
And that's my key. Like if it works in a Sabrosa
You got a
rail, why
little
wouldn't it work
Sabrosa
right
setup.
fucking here? You know? The whole thing when I was first coming up was like, oh, a 10 stair down rail. Ah, it's just a Sabrosa rail like this.
Pretty much.
Ride it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Ride it, dude. You know, if you can manual your Sabrosa rail, you can manual that.
Yeah.
Go for it. Send it. What's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna drop to ice pick, you know? Like that's how I've always thought about
It's a good way to think about
rails.
it. Instead of
if
thinking
it's a
about like the
long-ass
negatives
rail,
of it.
If I start thinking of long rails, I'm like, all right, which upright should I gap to make this easy? You know?
Sabrosa rail.
Turning these rails into Sabrosa rails.
Yeah, pretty much. Like If it's, 3 Sabrosa rails long, I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to gap the first Sabrosa rail and just grind 2 more Sabrosa rails easy. I do that shit in my sleep. Fuck it.
An entirely new measurement system.
Yeah.
Like,
how many Sabrosa
There's
rails?
inches, feet, and with denim, it's Sabrosa rail.
Yeah.
That's how he looked at it. Some
does
people
it
count
transfer?
stairs.
Does it transfer into other stuff where you're like, oh, like, yeah, how long, how much tubing do you need? You're like, oh, like 2 Sabrosa rails for the Bel Air or whatever.
That's where I just start going toe to heel.
Toe to heel, all right.
Walking the perimeter like, okay, we're going to do
Your
about
feet
80
size.
feet. Yeah, my foot's 12 inches long. There you go.
Sabrosa rail is an official measurement.
Dude,
with
shout
you.
out to Sabrosa. This one year, they gave us like 3 or 4 rails. Francis hit him up and was like, hey, we need these rails because we want to do this El Toro video. So they gave us fucking 4 Sabrosa rails.
Didn't you guys
and we
put 'em
set
down
up.
El Toro?
Yeah, we set them up on El Toro and had
Yeah,
a
I remember
session,
that.
dude. Absolute session.
Oh, wow.
People
After-
going up
after
it,
they
people
took
going
the-
down it.
I never saw that.
It was sick. Yeah, it's because it
Made
never
it-
came out.
Oh, it never did?
No.
I
It
remember.
got lost on Francis' hard drive or something.
I
think.
remember.
So
I
it's a
remember
sick
seeing
concept.
it or something.
Did you?
I remember seeing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I
Maybe
mean, it could have been his
I don't know.
Instagram thing or something. I don't know.
I think
but-
he found it years later.
People would have loved
Or, like,
seeing that.
posted it somewhere.
yeah, too funny because I mean,
Sauce would know. I wish he was here, but
Sauce is, I've only hung
We
out
should
with him a
add-
couple times, and he is so fun to hang out with.
absolute riot.
Dude, 2 times, like just him and Biz drinking, man. I would just crying laughing.
Yeah.
Like those
Dude,
two,
those
they're
two,
just
that's a good
comedians. I
combo.
couldn't believe how funny they are. I know how funny Biz is, but I didn't really know Sauce. I was like, oh, fuck, he's
He
funny.
can take the shit and give it right back.
Yeah,
dude.
he's so funny. It was
just
so
like
fun.
just like all the boys in Austin. Like all they do is talk so much shit
I love
to
that.
each other, dude. It's great. Absolutely great. And you know what I love about Texas too? Like I could walk to any of their houses, just swing a door open. Ain't nobody locking their shit
Yeah.
like it is here. I go right to Trent's house. I'll find somebody in the living room. What's up? What are you doing, dude? Don't even call before I come over. Just come kick the door in. What's up?
Is there like
They all live like bam, 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 bam.
all right in Austin?
Yeah, all within 3 miles of each
I haven't
other.
been in Austin in so long. I miss that place.
It's getting better.
Come out,
I
hit you
would
up
say.
to ride a pit bike.
Come check out my new house, dude.
All right.
are you in Austin proper?
No,
Like,
I'm
you're
an
still
hour out.
Okay, here's
hour.
in Blanco.
I'm over. No, I'm not in Blanco. I'm in Spring Branch, which is like 15, 20 minutes south of my dad's spot, but it's still only an hour away from Austin.
Okay.
Just because the way you have to go around the lake.
Okay, cool.
An hour in your area, though, is like one spot to another. You know, And
Exactly.
it's not as much for us as it is like Texas people. Because I remember being at like, what was that park? Oh, it's not too far. It's got the 2 huge vert walls and outside of Austin. 2 huge vert walls, like the big
House
ass
Park?
park. Not House Park. It's like outside of Austin.
Oh, I don't know.
Fuck, you do know this park though. Anyways, they were like, it's super far out of town. And we went there. I was like, dude, you can see the skyline from here. Like, like their
like
version of
40
far
minutes.
was so not even.
No?
It was like 25.
That's weird.
The one with
because,
the
dude,
deep bowls, right?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
the fuck is it called? Chase had one of his contests there. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But
Oh, the Ennis Park?
no, it's got a weird name. Anyway,
Yeah.
we'll think of it. It's in the back of my brain. But I'm just saying, like our like Southern California, like we're like so used to driving far as hell. So
Yeah.
you'll be in Austin all the time.
Well, that's weird because in Texas, anytime you ask somebody where something is, they're like, oh, it's just right around the corner. And then
Oh,
you
yeah?
get in a car and it's like 45 minutes down the road. You're like, what the
Things
fuck?
could have changed. I used to go to Austin a lot, like
That's how it was in Dallas.
8, 9, 10 years ago.
Pflugerville or
Pflugerville.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And
Oh, okay.
they acted like it was so far. And I was like, this is how far like we drive to any park,
Yeah,
Like,
or any
everything's
spot out
25
here.
minutes away at least.
I mean, that's the problem with BMX Day too. There's a lot of decent spots, but the ones that are like pedal distance away from
Yeah,
each other,
few and
I'm
far
like
between.
a struggle.
If they're pedal
so.
distance, then they're
But when you're
pretty
pedaling
burnt
with
out.
500, 600 people, it's fun as hell.
Oh, yeah.
True.
So it's like
yeah, it
that's
can't be
that's
too
part
much.
of it.
I-
But yeah,
I'm
you don't
excited
want
for
to
that jam coming up, dude. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, it should be
next weekend.
next weekend.
So
Yeah,
this will come out and people will be
Yeah.
this is
this will be on Monday, maybe.
coming out
maybe
right away.
Wednesday,
Yeah.
maybe.
What day is it?
I just noticed the description. Show me that shit, Tony.
Yeah, I was trying to get the video called that, like so bad. I was like, Grant, you have to name it. Show me that shit, Tony, and he just didn't.
Is
But the first
Tony's
clip
not
in it,
BSD at
I
all
say
anymore?
it.
He rides for him or anything? No,
Nah.
no BSD affiliation.
No, just good friend of.
He was a hell of a rider and cool dude.
Yeah, he was fucking sick.
Still is. I just
Yeah.
haven't seen
Fucking
him
love
in a
him.
while either.
Yeah.
Is he in
He's-
Austin? You're saying he's hanging out with Skirbo?
He was living in
Really?
Austin. Yeah,
Yeah.
Skirbo's not living there anymore. Skirbo just moved back to Jersey area.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
After slapping
yeah,
Reed.
Tony moved to Chicago.
After slapping Reed.
Yeah, in that video.
Bob Skirbo slapped Reed.
Yeah, but it was all fun and games.
Yeah.
Kendama.
Yeah.
More like pay some bills for your mama.
In the documentary.
Amazing. Oh, at the very end, it was like Reed's dad did not slap him.
Yeah.
Yeah, what else is going on, dude? Like, I don't know. I'm fucking no bike riding.
Bunch of bike
You working
riding,
on anything
dude.
though?
Just,
Bunch of bike riding.
Only in other
Hey,
states.
no,
Are you working on something though?
You do what you got to do.
No, dude, actually, I'm going to say it. I have literally 0 clips in any reserve tank right now. Like, Sauce just dropped a video that he's been holding on to for, I don't know, fucking 7-8 years. Like, peak Common Crew days, he's had all this footage sitting on his computer, and it just came out. That was like,
Really?
yeah, that was like the reserve tank.
Wait, what was
Where?
that?
It's called Peaked.
Oh, that was sick. That came out a couple
yeah.
months ago.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, that was
probably 2
fucking
months ago or
dope.
something like that.
That
Yeah,
was
dude, it's
super
got like
sick.
Stevie Churchill clips.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
you
super
have like
sick.
a couple of like the curve wall, like
It's so
I got like
good.
fucking 4 minutes in this
Yeah.
video, and that was all stuck on Sauce's computer for so long. But between that video coming out and the mixtape coming out, like my reserve tank is tapped. So I need to get my ass to Texas and get on it immediately.
That's kind of motivating though.
does that feel
It's kinda
weird?
crazy.
That feels
I'm
weird,
so
right?
good.
Yeah.
No, I'm so good with it. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter because I know I got BSD on my back,
I'm right there with you.
and we're just gonna
Not
be
a
like
damn
doing it,
thing.
right?
This clip, I mean,
Yeah, this clip
Eddie
right
on
here.
the scoop is
Yo.
nice too, but this clip,
You like this one?
I thought I was like, that was denim.
You know why I'm in my boxers? Because I fucking ate shit in that puddle. My pants were soaked. I went and I like washed my tire out and rolled in that puddle. It's like, oh no.
Oh yeah, I can see
So
that.
what was all this for? Just stuff that just he couldn't get off his computer?
Yeah, it's
until
just
recently?
some VX stuff that we were stacking for a long time, and then he got demotivated.
He's so good at scootering.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, Sauce got demotivated just because
Just life.
he was growing up and
Yeah.
needed to make that money, right? So he went into the housing market and started cashing out, and then now he had a little bit of time on his hands to put this shit together. And I'm glad he did, because goddamn, it's a good video.
Is Francis still in California?
Now he's in Florida.
Yo, that was swaggy.
He's married. He's living in Florida.
Married in Florida. Huh?
Yeah, and him and Sauce are working together on some drop shipping shit now.
Drop shipping
Amazon
for like a company.
shit or something?
Yeah, for their company. They started some company and they've just been shipping the shit out of pickleball stuff, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Money, entrepreneurs, huh?
Yeah, straight up. Doing great.
The,
All we know is manual clip I ever filmed.
Your most recent footage is like 10 years old.
Yeah. Well, no, the BSD mixtape came out right
Okay, yeah,
after.
true.
So
True.
I kind of like,
I forgot about
yeah, it
that
felt
already.
good to have both videos come out.
Yes.
It makes me feel relevant,
we didn't even finish watching mixtape. We've been jumping around a lot, but it's still
It's
sick.
a lot of
So,
mixtape,
Damn.
Yeah,
dude.
it's all.
This shit's still timeless.
Yeah, everybody loves the Gaps, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I think your writing is timeless no matter
It
what.
is.
Like it
Yeah, it's
really.
because I can't bar spin or tail whip, so I gotta.
How many
go
bars?
big or go
How many
home.
bars?
Wow.
Kevin taught
That's a
you.
fact.
I
Why'd
can
you
bar
stop?
spin both ways, but I suck balls.
Just not going to throw it.
Dude,
into
no,
your-
I'm not like.
Dude,
I'm not doing big bar spins, and I like low impact stuff. I'm a low impact
The-
rider.
the
No, you're
board.
not.
Looked at me so
The
funny.
board. The
Oh,
board's
really?
on dirt.
Show me
Look at
high
this.
impact. That's low.
I guess just
impact.
gap drill. I guess just like gap to hanger and stuff's kind of harsh.
Hardly though. I mean, your front peg's
Yeah,
taking
true.
all the impact, unless I'm eating shit.
Yeah, I guess I just think of like a gap to hanger can get rough, but yeah, you do make sure you always have a
Low
bank
impact.
or something. True. You just gnarly, so I didn't really ever think of that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, you
that's
don't
my
just-
whole
you
goal.
don't
Dude,
just
my
do-
wrist has been broken for 10 years, so like, I
You got
try
that
to keep that
scaphoid
thing.
deal?
Maybe, I don't know. I
You
got
don't
an
know what's
X-ray
broken.
now 10 years later, and they're
Yeah.
like, it looks fine, just some
Oh.
cartilage, and I'm like, okay. They told me my ankle's broken when I got my neck X-rayed. I got like a full, I got a full body.
Sir, your ankle's
situation.
broken. We just x-rayed your neck.
Because it was free in
Oh, yeah,
Scotland.
no, they got me a full CAT scan because it's
Really?
free in Scotland, right?
Like, check me all
Checked my
out.
whole body because I was complaining about my wrist because it's been hurting me for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, now's my chance. I could get an X-ray on this thing and see what's up. And they told me I had a broken ankle, and I was like, well, it doesn't hurt at all, so I don't
was
think I
sick.
do have a broken ankle.
I think you're lying to me. I don't believe you. My neck is broken now.
There it is.
Yeah,
That's
that's
an
the
Arco
first one.
9.
Yep. Where's the backflip, dude?
You just
You
did it.
just missed
Okay.
it. Yeah.
That's, you don't have to show me. I've been there.
My bad.
Oh man, is that your one flip you did on the pit bike? Or have you
Yeah,
done-
that's the only one I ever done. Scary as fuck.
I know. How was that?
That was my favorite gap wall
Dude,
ever.
crazy.
that is a
That clip
fucking
is
another
crazy.
fucking horrible idea.
Horrible
But
idea.
amazing.
That's
I
right
love
by the
how
Civic
it
Center.
made you have like such a genuine laugh when you saw it. Like this
Yeah,
shit.
it's so
you
dumb.
love this shit.
Yeah. If
I
it can't
love
be
it.
done, I'm gonna try it.
Dude, that
And I'm gonna get a flat 90% of the time.
Yeah, that gap roll like barely fit your bike. It was a gap roll you had to stay low.
Yeah, I
it was
know.
so crazy.
That's the shit
Ooh,
that
did you almost hit your head on that?
Nah, I
It seems
don't
like you had
think
a
so.
duck.
Nah.
that's the shit that people don't. I don't feel like they just don't appreciate it as much as they should.
What?
For how fucking the
don't know,
low
man.
gap wall ride where you have to stay in that perfect
Yeah.
little fucking window.
I don't know.
I don't know. I
Sit and watch that with any BMXer, and I think they'll be like,
Yeah.
"Holy shit!"
That
was
clip just
dope.
doesn't even make sense. You're like, dude, how did you get out of that? I wrote it like transition at the bottom, you know?
Probably should have been your last clip.
Yeah, maybe.
This is my last clip.
What is this?
I'm pissing in the street at a 90-degree angle.
You got this. I remember looking in the comments of these, just people are like, "Oh my god, I missed
It's
this
so
much."
good, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they're all thanking Sauce. Like, thank you, dude. We
Yeah.
need more of this. We
Yeah.
need Sauce.
It's kind of cool. It was more uncensored too because it came out like way after the fact.
Yeah.
Because like not that Common Crew was censored at all, but like you guys are older now and you're like,
you don't
Yeah,
give a
now we
fuck
got the party
anymore.
clips.
yeah, now you
Shit.
showed everything in there.
Yep.
You guys probably didn't give a fuck back then
No,
that much
never.
either. Yeah.
Nah,
so.
Common Crew's always been like
Yeah.
Ethan, Julian have always been shit talkers. Talk
Yeah.
shit to anybody on the internet.
I guess a lot of
Cause
the comment
beef
stuff was like
everywhere.
more just riding, where Sauce just like threw it all in this one.
Yeah,
Like, you know,
which is sick.
pit by gap, chugging the beer and
Exactly.
shit. Like, I love that.
There was
stuff.
another video a long time ago called Sus Antics, and that was kind of like the inspiration of this. This is Sus Antics 2, but he called it Peaked because it's all a bunch of people that don't even ride animore's clips. And then, you know, there's some really old shit of me.
Mhm.
And he always makes fun of me, says I peaked. I peaked at Monster Mash, he says.
No way.
Yeah, no, fuck him.
I kind of
Sauce, if you're listening, fuck you. But thanks for letting me live on your couch for 7 years.
Damn.
Shit was tight.
Damn, the old Lewis Mills thing.
Dude, yep. Lewis Mills right
Yeah.
there, dude. He was living on the couch too.
He was?
2 weeks or something.
Yeah.
Like he came and stayed on Sauce's couch. That's how I met Lewis. That's how I met Austin Augie.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's how I
that is
met Johnny
crazy.
Rakis. That's how I met Trent.
Yeah, it was Reiki's and
That's how I met Chase Kurlecki
Damn.
from Sauce's couch. The
Is it-
infamous floral couch. If we know, you know.
Was it
And
his
if you
mom's couch? 'Cause
stayed
he
on
was
that
so
thing and
young?
you haven't signed it, you need to go to sign it.
Does it
What-
still exist?
Yeah, it still exists, and we had to give it a airbag job. We lowered it 4 inches. We cut like 4 inches off the legs to get it through the door of his room. But yeah, it's still around.
Oh, he just had a couch in his room, like at his
Yeah.
parents' house?
Yep.
That's epic.
The infamous floral couch. Yeah, because he had the master bedroom suite upstairs. So when they moved to this new house, it was like, dude, we have to take this couch.
Dude, all
Everyone
these
stayed
are
on it.
great. Look at Justin Spreet. What is this? The Common Crew?
Yeah, this is Common Crew YouTube. Too funny. What else should we talk about? Look at these guys with the scooter.
Of course.
Ethan's too funny, man. What else should we talk about? I don't know what else there is.
Whatever Dylan wants to talk about.
What do you want to talk about?
Dude, I've been rambling on hard.
You've been good. You've been good.
Ritz
Yeah.
Mixtape stuff. Obviously, I thought I was confused. I mean, I get that it's a mixtape, but I felt like the title was like, doesn't give it the credit that
Why?
it deserves. Because it's a mixtape is like the
45 minutes long.
yeah, like a mishmash of footage, and it was like way more calculated and
Yeah,
and
it's
well
just
done than it.
absolutely sick. That's
Yeah.
just because that's Dave Sarvey behind it.
Yeah,
It's just a
yeah.
web video. Don't think too much about it.
True. I guess when you have like the stuff that he has put out, it's not that big of a deal.
Oh
for
no,
him,
I
but-
fucking love the video. Like it's as good as Transmission to me.
yeah,
to be
it really
honest.
is. Yeah.
Even though it's a mixtape for online, like
It is true, I guess.
it
Like the
is
name
fucking
mixtape
good.
does kind of like, yeah.
It
'Cause
kinda
when I
just
started
down- it
watching
just downplays
I
it.
was like, whoa.
Yeah.
You know, you just get sucked in real quick. I was expecting to kind of be like, okay, mixtape, whatever.
Well, we weren't expecting to go that hard. You know, it was like one of those things, just see what we can get.
Yeah.
And obviously, we're a bunch of Americans in Scotland. We have that one opportunity to do these tricks, you know.
Yeah.
So obviously, we're going to go in. It's just like any other trip. You see it, you find it, you grind it.
How many how many trips was this for you? Like all your
For
footage?
me,
Yeah.
I got the one Scotland trip that was worthless where I broke my neck.
Yep.
And then the Tenerife trip and one more Scotland trip.
Huh? That's not. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Producing.
Yeah, I got 3 trips on this deal.
And then the box jump. The box
Such a
jump.
sick clip.
The jump into the boxes.
Oh, yeah. Superman from the top rope. Yeah, I didn't have the heart to ride that rail. I was feeling a little weird that day, like just not confident. It was like one of the first days of the trip. And
Yeah.
I did
What
not
was it?
feel like doing
Oh, yeah,
just
yeah,
a big, like a 17
jump into the
stair
stairs.
tooth hanger.
Or
and I
you
was
jump
like,
into the boxes.
Yeah, I didn't feel like riding that rail, so I just let Sam
Clip's a clip.
fully blame it or run it out, and yeah, I jumped into the boxes. That looked way more fun to me.
That honestly way sketchy. Did you feel out the boxes to see what was in there?
Yeah, no, I was
Okay.
kind of like, is there any glass bottles? You know, I moved a
Bump
couple
them up a
boxes
little
right
bit.
up
Yeah.
top, like, no glass. All right, I'm good. And then Grant Smith right after rode into the boxes and crashed just on purpose. It was so good. That was the first trip I ever got to go on with Grant Smith.
This
Because
one.
I've only the Tenerife trip. Yeah, so every time I've ever hung out with him before has been in Scotland or here in California. So it's sick to be able to go to a different location with the boss of the
Yeah.
company and
Yeah.
just have an absolute
He
blast.
still
dude.
rips too, right?
Yeah, pounding Heinekens everywhere, dude. Green cans cut. Dude, we were running amok in that place. And me and him were speaking Spanish to each other the whole time, too.
Do you speak Spanish?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Sí, tengo un poco, amigo.
Oh yeah, you lived in Barcelona for.
Trabajo en construction, so necesito.
Yeah.
All right, this Unclicked podcast is brought to you by Source BMX. We're very grateful to have them as a sponsor for the podcast, and couldn't work any more organically.
Yeah. Huge shout out to Source. Been a supporter of ourbmx from the beginning, supporter of the podcast this year. They did kick off one of these new programs called Source Rewards. This is a brand new program that they have.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
You get money back for spending money.
Basically, and not even that. So you get points when you join, you get points when you spend money, of course, but you also get points
Look
for
at
signing
this.
for the mailing list. You get points for your birthday.
Leave a review.
Yeah.
Easy points all over. Make a purchase. Refer friends. Follow us on TikTok. Follow us on Instagram. Look at
Yeah.
all that stuff.
So,
Genius. The Source guys are geniuses. They
Yeah.
make it better and better to buy from them.
yeah. And then so you can, this is how you spend those points. You can get hats, badges,
what?
socks. I got to tell you, those socks are the ones
Those are
right there.
good.
They do somehow work. They are good socks. The Oxygen Thief Repair.
I love it. They have everything on here, all the products, and now
Yeah.
they have basically like a frequent flyer miles thing.
It is
But
like that.
It's like that, but
Yeah.
for buying BMX shit.
Yep. So shout out to Source.
Wow, it's just like a frequent. You get the bronze,
really is.
silver, gold package. Look at that.
Thank you to Source for all they do. We appreciate you guys, and back to the podcast.
Thank you, Source.
Dude, we're so good at this.
I tried to alley-oop.
bunch of shit came
I tried to
out.
alley-oop while ride that fucker. I couldn't get
Few
it.
good things came out. Like this came out, and then that new Felix Jordan monster edit.
Oh, yeah,
like within
it
this
dropped,
week,
yeah.
like 3 or 4 really proper
How
things
long
came
ago
out.
was that Mastroni edit?
That was a few weeks ago now, a month ago. It's
Yeah.
so good. I know.
Absolutely
Shout out to
amazing.
Mastroni. in
I was
that
watching
video.
that. Like, dude, he rides kind of like me, where if it's not possible, he's gonna make it possible.
Yeah.
Whether he's got to, stamp a pole in the
Different
ground
goals
and
in the end, but yeah.
cliff wall ride, dude.
And rebar to clip.
Rebar pocket wall to cliff. Dude,
Yeah,
I worked
that was
hard.
great.
I worked
Damn.
hard for that motherfucker, Dennis.
Dude. Did you?
Yeah, I pedaled it as hard as I could at that rebar like fucking 12, 15 times.
Fucking crazy.
And it broke, so I had to like do this shit.
I love
to
how you
get
say
it solid
cliff wall ride, but you forgot there's rebar too.
man.
Damn.
Timeless Gap
This
Smith.
Big one.
That was straight out the van. First
That was
clip of the
crazy
day.
with the pulling left afterwards,
Sketchy. That was literally the first clip right out the van, like early in that Tenerife trip too. I was so goddamn scared of it. Yeah, I'm looking to get into some stuntman activities. So
You're good at it.
if you ever need anything for any home movies you're making or whatever, just let me know.
I know what my question was. I was trying to figure out how to answer it funny or ask it funny, but what the fuck does BSD stand for?
Bitches suck at dick, blunt smoking dudes. I don't know. I still haven't figured it out.
No one will
Still
give an
haven't got the
answer?
answer. Nobody's giving me the answer.
I don't think
I think I got to be
knows.
on for 10
Someone's
years.
gotta know.
Reed knows. He
Reed
claims he
knows?
knows. Claims he knows.
Maybe.
But I have no idea.
Because I've
Could be
asked people
anything.
too and no one knows.
I've asked Grant and he'll give me 50 different ones. Like he just hasn't released the secret yet.
Maybe he just, it's got to mean something. He didn't just say BSD. Like there's no way. That'd be so good though if he did just say BSD and it was.
I don't think anybody
it's
knows.
whatever you think it
I've
is.
asked lots and lots.
Nobody
of people.
knows. It's a bit. It's like fucking legend, right?
Yeah.
One day
Somebody.
somebody's gonna know and leak
Please
it.
comment.
But like, it doesn't matter if somebody knows and leaks it. They're gonna say it, and nobody's gonna believe it. They're still gonna be like, probably not that. You know?
Yeah, even if you get it right.
Even if somebody says it, like nobody's gonna know.
These are Grant sent me some raw stuff that I think we're gonna drop on our channel here, but I figured
That's cool.
Oh yeah,
I figured,
the days in the life. So yeah, we got I think 3 or 4 of these videos coming out, all behind scenes footage of the mixtape of our trips to Scotland, and there's a little bit of Tenerife action. Yeah, you see all the boys, Trent, UB, Creech,
I wanted to see
Sam, Lex.
That Bruno, I was thinking because I was like, there's been a few good things. I forgot that Bruno.
You didn't do the news one, so you're like now he's
thinking of all the show. You guys already talked about it.
No, we didn't. It actually dropped. It dropped like yesterday.
The Bruno Murray thing in Taiwan was crazy too.
Yeah.
Like a good few weeks for awesome BMX shit.
Wait,
that
Bruno
was
Murray?
Lobsor? Yeah. And
the South African dude?
And Bruno Hoffman in Taiwan is super fucking crazy.
I love Murray, dude.
Yeah, he's sick.
He stayed at the house with Sauce.
Yeah,
too.
he was part of that crew too. Yeah.
He actually didn't stay in the house. He stayed in the backyard. Like he hung a hammock up and chilled.
Just kicked in the hammock.
Yeah, dude, he's the absolute vibe king. I would go back home. I would get there, 4 p.m. or something. I was working all day. I'd come in the backyard and he's back there, got all my paints out, and he's just fucking painting like the crazy countryside scene on a cardboard box. I'm like, yo,
damn,
you're a creative little guy, aren't you?
It's just pouring out of him.
Yeah, just absolutely genuine, nice, amazing dude. So good at riding.
His nose to hanger, the nose manual to hanger.
Another one. Whoa. We've been all waiting for that for years, right?
Fuck.
Everybody's been dreaming about that for years.
Damn, he did it.
Yeah, he did the fuck out of it.
Fuck. That clip just came up somewhere, and I was like, what the hell? He's so good.
He's GOAT.
I was trying to find this. Let's see if this rebar
wall. Yeah, he came down, stayed at Sauce's house, and filmed a video with Francis a couple years ago, like right when he got on Sunday.
That's after his parents' house, Sauce. You're saying all these people are staying there. When the couch was there, this got to be after Sauce lives at his parents' house.
He still lives at his parents' house.
Oh yeah, and people just roll through all the time like that, hanging out in the hammock in the backyard and stuff.
Yeah, Jeff Quick is a
cool
legend,
parents.
dude.
Is that his dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
His mom and dad are divorced. That's how I got in for so long. Like when I first moved to Sauce's house, I was living on his couch, and then I don't know, 6 months went down the road, and his mom split, so I got her room. And then I stayed there for 7 years.
7 years.
Way.
Yeah, 7 years at $650.
Damn.
Yeah, fucking dreamy rent situation. Like I had the whole backyard, all my saws, the whole patio was my shit. Toolboxes, tools, saws, fucking everything.
So it's you, Sauce, the dad, and then anyone who's just rolling through. And Sauce's brother.
Yeah.
Epic.
Yeah, it was sick.
Yeah, when you're saying this, I'm like, you guys are just crashing, all these people crashing at his parents' house, but I guess like after the divorce, they're probably like, all right, let's just run
Even
it.
before the divorce.
And they're just cool with it?
Yeah, his mom used to drive us to San Diego, like way back in the day.
Damn.
Like right when we were first starting Monster Mash, his mom would load us up in a goddamn Tahoe, and we'd go to San Diego. She'd pick us up at 6 p.m., drop us off at 10 a.m., pick us up at 6.
Would she go home?
No, she would not.
Okay,
go home.
she'd
go kick it at the beach or find, one of her friends
fucking
or something.
Cool.
Dude, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, no, she's pinnacle to Comic Crew's success. I'll give her that. Leanne Quick, thank you.
Sauce's real name Sauce.
Yeah. Yeah.
Austin?
I don't know.
Just Sauce.
I've never called him that.
Pretty sure that's it.
I never called him that. I never seen his ID either. So.
Like Little John. This one was interesting.
What? Nobody knows Little John's name?
No, not his last name.
It's John. First name's Little.
True.
Have you ever hopped on a train with him? Either of you?
Nah.
No.
But you both want to, don't you?
I'd be down the right timing and everything. Yeah. Train hopping's crazy though.
I know. That's what he was telling me.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you got to know.
I had a friend that did that, and yeah, I know it's super serious. Like the most unserious thing ever. You're just sitting on a train, but fucking in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, when you get to that yard, you better be on it.
Or like I had a friend who they pulled over in the middle of the desert because they like sensed him on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he had to get out and run because they like,
shit.
yeah.
He didn't make it sound that serious because back in the day.
Yeah, he's all casual about it.
Yeah, so of course he is, but he was
Maybe
like,
it's more chill than my friend made it.
it was supposed to happen. I just couldn't find the block of time was to do like a trip with him and shoot photos and stuff like that. And we'd bring our bikes. But it just
him
never,
and Walsh and
came to
Dalecki were supposed to recently do it too, and everything kind of went to
really?
shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't do it.
I think it's one of those ones where it's like,
Yeah, it's a big sin.
Fucking
Hey,
probably
man, you wanna go
amazing
commit
though
this
when you're in
felony
the,
with me.
Yeah.
Kinda, but not really.
when you're in the middle of nowhere, just cruising underneath the stars, probably some of the most epic times ever. But
my two trip regrets with over the years were the Trans-Siberian. I got invited on a Trans-Siberian trip, like Russia, Mongolia.
Like the orchestra?
Yeah, like
Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
like Trans-Siberian train, like the one that goes across like Mongolia through Russia and stuff like
I thought you
that.
were talking about the heavy metal Christmas music.
Maybe they play that on the train. I'm not sure. That would be a fucked up, but it's like a month-long train trip, like
Wow.
insane.
Whoa.
And
Sounds miserable.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, you get off
I can't do
everywhere,
it. You get off at
obviously.
places, but I think you're on it for days because it's a different landscape of.
was it a BMX thing?
It was, yeah, we'd bring in our bikes and stuff, but it was just too gnarly.
That'd be
I was like,
crazy.
I can't do it. And then the Little John thing. It was like two like trip regrets for me that I didn't actually pull the trigger on.
Yeah.
Both
You
still
involving
do 'em.
trains.
You like road trips better than just like a city trip, or?
I mean, technically, yes, back in the day, but these days I just can't escape.
Yeah, you got
So,
family,
yeah,
kids, house, fucking rent,
Yeah.
well,
yeah,
mortgage,
Yeah.
I like little
dogs.
road trips.
Yeah.
Those are sick.
little road trips.
Like San
Like-
Francisco or like
Yeah,
Arizona.
I was gonna say North County, San Diego.
No, that's day missions. I
yeah, I like road trips the best.
ain't that big of a pussy.
I like having a car that you can go anywhere, do anything.
too.
It's just the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'd like rather drive to San Francisco than fly there, like or drive to Vegas because you got,
You got your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rental car sucks dick. Getting friends to drive you everywhere sucks even worse.
Like busting in little missions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like going to a city and then getting stuck with the locals the whole time. Like, they're going to show me their different bank to wall rides every day, you know? Like, we like to be able to
Well,
go
so
out
yeah,
on
they're
the-
like, oh, here's Gabrielle 1, here's Gabrielle 2.
or it's
Yeah.
always bank to wall. Like, you go to any city and you're like, hey, what kind of spots you got down here? And they're like, oh, we know the sick one right here.
That's
Pedal down the road,
That's so
boom,
true.
bank to wall ride. You're like, okay, what's next? Another bank to wall ride? You're like, all right. How about I take you to a spot? You know, I
Yeah.
think I smell one over here. Like,
That's so true.
break out the hog sniffer and just go fucking look. Like, that's the only way to
Put
do
a
it,
board
Jay.
on some dirt
Been in
and
some
see what
crazy
happens.
places in the world and you get taken to a bank to wall, like
Every
your first
time.
wall ride ever. You're
Dude.
like, the fuck?
Yeah. You're like, have you seen like any of our videos ever? Like, this is
we
not it.
didn't come
Oh,
to
I was
Bogota
thinking-
for this bank to wall.
I was thinking it was going to be the opposite, where you're getting taken to like savage spots.
No.
But they're like, look at this fucking thing that nobody has ever done.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
The
for
real
sure.
like riders, I feel like know that kind of stuff, but it's like when you get thrown in with like the kids who don't really know how to find spots. They're
Yeah.
like,
Well,
here's my
dude,
bank to
there's a
wall.
lot of real riders that'll do the same shit
Yeah?
too. Like,
Yeah.
just show you local. Yeah, it's like if you go to a city and you're like, oh, this is a famous city, right? They're gonna take you to their famous fucking shit. that
Yeah,
you've seen a
like the
million
token
times,
spots,
And
yeah.
maybe it's that bank to wall ride that everybody's fucking ridden.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
fun
It's
little
just how it is. Yeah.
bank to rail setup or something.
When they need to be just carrying around a couple pallets with you and then see what happens, basically.
Yeah, or, dude,
Yeah.
like you've been doing with those ramps, the Braha ramp videos.
It's fun.
Dude.
Yeah.
When they were doing the monster ramp videos back in the day, I was like, yo, Z, get my name in the hat, bro.
You never did one, huh?
Yeah, you
Would've
should've
been
done
so
one.
If they
sick
would have
for
done
one.
a fourth one,
It's
I
on the
would've
side
been
of my
in it.
house.
They should bring
Really?
that.
Yeah.
I guess
bring it
I
back.
guess they did so many.
Throw in my
Yes.
truck.
I was gonna say they should do more. Why
You can
not?
take it. You can borrow it.
Dude,
for a
that
while.
is like, it adds such an aspect to BMX. You can do anything now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It really
I
removes.
seen you fucking
Yeah.
absolutely ripping.
It's fun,
Especially
I've always
in the-
dreamed of.
especially because I'm always in San Diego. It's like bring that ramp around in my truck in the day of like it's you're riding street, but it's like all these spots are different all of a
Yeah.
sudden. You just have so much
Because
fun.
you got
all day.
options. Dude.
Yeah,
It's sick.
I love the kicker.
I grew up on a kicker, so like absolutely addicted. The thought of a kicker to up rail on like a, 14 flat 20 stair, like that up rail. Oh, so good.
That was the idea.
I'll bring the kicker to the street jam too, so we'll be able to play with it.
Sounds good.
There was so many rules in BMX
in.
at that point that it was like that's why the ramp was a thing, because there was rules in BMX. So like what it was like the grass era and shit. Where it was like, oh yeah, you just bring the ramp and you could do whatever the fuck you want at that point. You already got a ramp, so then it's like it's kind of just. But I feel like nowadays it's like just do whatever the fuck you want. Doesn't matter. But
I like that. The rules have kind of gone out the door.
Little looser. Yeah.
You can do an Indian giver. It's fine.
Yeah.
People do Indian givers with swag and you're like, that's
dude, it's
acceptable.
all about having fun. Like, honestly,
sorry,
you look at any
Trent
Trent
video. I don't know if you're allowed to say that
I don't think you're allowed. I don't think you are.
You look at any Trent video, everybody's having fun, right? I think a lot of people are just seeing that and like, yo, we can film anything and it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As long as we make a fun video, people are going to watch it. People are going to like it. So
Exactly.
yeah, I think BMX is going that way where it's kind of a lot about lifestyle and riding rather than just riding.
Yeah.
Motivate people to have fun with it.
Yeah. I don't like serious videos. I mean,
No.
kind of hard to watch sometimes, right? You got some weird song in there and you're like, wish I saw you drinking a beer, throwing some dice, or like, I want to see
a little lifestyle.
Some personality.
Yeah.
I have no idea who this guy is. Like,
Yeah, I think
he's good
that's
at
coming
riding,
a
but
lot bigger into BMX, like trying to build
lately.
character into people.
Finally.
It was like huge when we were kids though, or like when I was a kid with props and everything.
Antics,
you knew who
straight
everyone
antics.
was and why they were who they are. You're like,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I think just too much access for a little while. Everybody shut down because they were afraid to get fucking clowned on them on the internet. Where before props, it was like you didn't know. You
like you're
got
saying,
no feedback.
there was like the rule era where there was like a rule for everything. Now it's like, who gives a fuck?
Or you got fucking clowned on the comment section.
Yeah.
So then you would like pull inward and be like, well, I'm just going to go to the bike riding. Just stick with the bike riding. So
That's true.
But where props was like, you could just be a fucking weirdo.
Yeah.
And you would never hear anything about it because
Nothing but positive things.
Yeah.
People like, dude, I saw you fucking pounding beer.
yeah,
Dude, blah,
yeah.
blah, blah.
I saw you in your fucking underwear. That was sick.
Yeah.
Like one of those
I
things.
can't believe you did that.
But yeah, but anything else? I don't know. You got news. So
Denim, you're cool as hell.
When are you actually moving to fucking Austin?
I have no idea, dude. I know.
What's your living situation like now? You can just bounce
I live with
whenever.
my girlfriend.
Okay.
So
Is she coming with you?
Yeah,
All
she's
right,
coming
good.
with me, but not right away. Like because like I said, I got a bunch of work here in California, so we're gonna do the split house thing for a while. 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. I'll fly her in. She could fly.
Okay.
Whatever. Like
Cool. Yeah.
We'll just do the bounce.
Because you're going to be fixing up your house when you move
I'm
in
gonna be
anyways.
fixing it up. Yeah, because it's nice enough to live in it right now, but I
Yeah.
just want to open it up a little bit. And my girlfriend's doing so good right now. She's doing like microblading, so tattooing eyebrows, and she's doing eyelashes, and she's building a clientele here in California and doing really good with it. So I don't want to rip her away quite yet. I want to give her a chance to start, running ads in Texas and kind of.
So
build it
even
up.
when you sign the dotted lines, your plan is just keep doing the 2 week on, 2 week off thing for a while.
Yeah,
Cool.
for now, I'm signing the dotted line on Friday.
Congrats.
And my mom's a co-signer. She's signing on Monday. So Monday I'm getting keys,
That's sick.
which is
Congrats.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so stoked. The property is 0.85 acres and it's got 2 extra buildings on it. So it's got a little 12 by 20 shed here, 12 by 20 shed here that has electric and AC and everything.
Shit.
And then the 1,000 square foot house right here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big badass peach tree in the front yard, big badass mature oak trees in the front yard, horseshoe driveway. Like, it's going to be a dream for us. And
That's what's up.
it's
I'm gonna
amazing.
take one of
You
the
can run your
buildings.
businesses out of it.
I can
Yeah.
because it's zoned. It's like multi-use zone because my neighbor is a goddamn auto mechanic shop. Like, he's got 3 lifts in his yard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a perfect location for
Perfect
me.
for you.
Yeah, this dude has 3 lifts here. There's a tire shop here, and then there's a dude that has a semi truck right here. It's like, yo, I belong right here.
So what are you gonna
yeah.
like? You're working on like EV cars, and you have all these project cars here. What are you gonna take to Texas? Like, what do you want to do project wise?
I'm gonna continue on with this electric stuff.
Yeah.
Just because I'm helping this company out a lot right now. I'm the only guy who's really like doing these installs and building it in a timely manner. Most of the time they send a car out, they don't see it for 2 years. I'm doing the shit in like 3 months, 4 months. Just because, I got to get shit done.
I'm blown away the fact that you can just like, motors are one thing, but the fucking electric stuff with the being, you could die if you mess around with it a little
I
too
know.
much.
I learned that the other day. Dude, I put this battery in the front of that video we were watching earlier. After I put the battery in that, some dude was like, hey, does that thing have the resistor in it? I look over at another guy and the guy goes, no, it doesn't have the resistor in it. I was like, okay, well, what does that mean? And they're like, well, if you would have touched both of those metal posts to the car, the battery would have exploded and you would have been dead.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, good thing I didn't do that.
Whoa.
Think about like how much
All
power.
energy just like
Yeah,
explodes
just
on
charge it
you.
Yeah.
once.
Do you
It's
ever-
like when you touch a car battery, right? You put a wrench on both
Yeah.
both studs, like it'll spark immediately.
And that's like
But
fucking
that's
nothing.
a 12 volt battery,
Nothing,
and
yeah.
these
Well, how many
batteries
volts
that
are
I'm
those
dealing
things?
with are 480.
You die.
Yeah.
Death.
So it's like been out, your dryer outlet 220,
Yeah.
double that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Death.
Yeah, straight death.
You just gotta know
So
what
that's
not
what.
to do.
But
Yeah.
when you look into that stuff, it's like you start wiring these batteries together and stuff. You're like, oh, it gets a little sketch when you've been working on it for fucking 10 hours. You
Yeah.
kind of forgot where you left off the day before and all this
well,
stuff.
I mean, the cool
like,
part about it is I'm not really doing any of the wiring.
that's good.
All of the harnesses are already pre-made.
Okay. And that's
then
probably
I
what they offer, huh?
Yeah, basically they make like a universal kit that'll fit in any of these cars, or they make these universal battery boxes that you can kind of retrofit into anything. But these cars that I'm working on right now are Porsches, and they got a kit specifically designed for that. So I'm just bolting it in and, running wires to where they need to go. But as far as plugging it all in and making the connections and shit, I just let them handle all that because I don't want to hear about it if some crimp comes undone,
Yeah.
Like, they're the electrical guys. They need to be doing the electrical.
How much does that run for someone to want to swap an engine out into just a straight up electric?
The kit alone is like 65 grand or something.
65
I was
grand.
gonna
That's for two
guess
batteries.
80.
That's for
Yeah.
only a 2 battery system.
Yeah.
So they're not all 2 battery systems?
No, it depends on how many miles you want to drive, basically.
What is like a Tesla battery system? Like a normal Tesla? Because they get like 350
Yeah, they
miles.
get like 300, right? And they got the fast charging and all the stuff. These ones, they're working to get the fast charging shit started, but they're only getting like 150 miles out of these small kits.
So they're spending 65 grand.
yeah,
What's the
less
point?
labor.
Yeah, what's the point?
I don't know. They're making their cars worth less money. I think
what are they doing?
Kind of crazy, but dude, it's the EV wave.
Just rich people?
It's the EV wave, right? Everybody wants the electric. And I think you get a tax credit if you convert an old car.
Really?
I think there's a tax credit involved.
No.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
They give you a tax credit to convert your car to electric.
I've looked into it and it
And
definitely
these classy
seems
cars
like
are probably not wanting to drive that far anyways.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
your car's fine
they're
already. Why are they
California
doing
rippers.
it?
it also is probably
well,
the
no,
the
these cars
market.
that we're getting are pretty fucking haggard. Like,
Oh, yeah?
the motors smoke. Dude,
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so like instead of switching it to
Yeah, they're
fixing the
just like,
motor up, they're like
whatever.
just throw an electric one.
Yeah,
That
we're
makes
down.
sense then.
And they
It's like
probably
an old
have
project car
like
that they've
so
had
much
that-
money and so many different cars that they want something that nobody else has.
Yeah.
And that's probably the reality
Yeah,
of
it's
it.
a
Is
bunch
like
of
they
old
have six
retired guys,
other Porsches. Their boys have fucking Porsches. They're like, oh yeah, it'll be your 911. I got a 72 and a 76, but this one, I got an EV 74.
Yeah.
If it was affordable, though, it'd be like sick to do, just
It'll get there, I'm sure.
that would be cool.
Right
to
now,
just be like,
it's
I want
all
to throw one in my
custom.
truck and then I spend less gas money and it pays for itself in 3 years,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
fucking
that's why I was asking. I was
interesting.
like, that's pretty crazy. People are doing that right now, but doesn't seem like it's there yet. It's just for people to make their classy cars a little switched up.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd say in the next couple of years, I think the battery technology is going to be a little better where the modules are smaller, and you can get more range out of it. Because right now they make their own custom batteries. They take these Tesla modules that are like, this big, like 5 inches by 14 inches or something like that, by 4 inches deep. They take those and they stack them up. Like there's 14 of them in this one battery that they make. And then I think Teslas have like fucking 35,
Yeah,
36 or something like that.
So they're running
Tri-motors
So
and
they
all
get
that
more
stuff,
range out of it because they have all that battery power stored up.
And you'll be able to work with that company when you move to Austin.
Yeah.
Just kind of switch over to.
Dude, right when I get that house, like my first goal is to secure more financing, of course.
Yeah.
So I can build a shop.
Mhm.
Because I had the shop here in California and
Oh,
it was
you have
awesome.
your own shop?
I had one for 14 months.
Oh yeah, that's what you're saying. You had to get out of there.
Shitcoxbuilds, dude, $3,500 a month.
Yeah, makes
For
sense.
14 months, I paid over
In
50
HB.
grand
Out
in
here,
rent.
it's like-
in Garden Grove.
Garden Grove. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was badass. And honestly, it's the only reason that I have this electric company in my pocket is because I got that shop and I built the car for them in 30 days to get it ready for SEMA. Like I did everything that they asked and got them out of a hole.
Yeah.
This company has had this car for three years at this point when I got it. And they were like, yeah, we took the money to build this thing a long time ago, and now we got to finish it. Like now our technology is finally good enough where we can actually finish this. So they told me if I had a place to build it, that they would give me the car. So instantly I was like, oh, shit.
That's why you got the shop.
That's why I got the shop right there. I was like, dude, all I need is a place. All right, fuck it.
Yeah.
So I signed up, got the shop, got that job, got the Hot Wheels job. And then after that, they gave me another electric car right after I finished that white one, which was cool.
But it just like was hard to maintain that, especially because you probably
sucked.
to do that car in 30 days, you probably had to fucking work 14-hour days every single day, you know? So it's like, yeah, it's hard, man.
I mean,
it's hard, but when you're in Texas, you got your own shop, you got your own fucking bed,
no more overhead.
100 feet away.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
that's fucking nice.
All the overhead goes right back into my pocket when I sell it. So, I mean, I'm so stoked to not be paying rent.
That's
Good for you.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Dude,
I mean, that's the dream
like
is
such a
like
proper
you
move for you.
can move somewhere that is like cheaper and you're not like
less overhead.
Burning the money. Essentially, the money's going back into you,
I mean,
and then
$3,500 a month. I was working every day, all day by myself to make that $3,500. And maybe I made a little more on top of that, but like, the fact that I had to give away all those hours of work. Just to have this facility to do it
to somebody who bought that shit 50 years ago.
And by the end of that, I was fucking salty, like just ready to get the hell out.
You had it for 14 months, though.
Yeah,
that's crazy. That's
the only reason I signed off of it was because my landlord hit me up at the 6th month mark and was like, "Hey, I need you to renew your lease right now, or I'm gonna give it to this guy for $4,000 a month." And I was like, "Dude, I haven't even got my traction yet. Like it's only been 6 months, you know? I have not got the traction to be able to confirm like that I can do this next year." But at that moment he was pressing me. I was like, you know what? $3,500, like fuck it. Just take it.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing the same shit I was doing there, but in that electric GT shop with no overhead.
Nice.
Dude. It's way better. Making the same money.
But you wouldn't have gotten it if you didn't have the shop.
Exactly.
So it's all.
And now they got fucking 5 cars shoved down my neck right now. So it's pretty insane. 3 Porsches, that Thunderbird, and the FJ.
Like a recent FJ?
89 FJ.
89.
62.
Okay. All right.
And it's like right when you finish one, there's probably another one coming in.
I'm working on 5 right now.
That's what I'm saying.
At the same
Enough,
time.
That's what I'm saying though. But like by the time you get one of them done, it's always going to be 5 in there.
The Jeep left on Friday last week, and I've just picked up a Porsche yesterday.
I'm saying people are going to keep bringing them in. You're going to have 10. Like
I know.
You're going to have to train people to do it eventually.
Oh, I got my little brother out there in Texas.
There you go.
I'm gonna fucking work to the bone.
So when you move out there, will they ship the cars to Austin or get them out there to you?
I'll fucking
just drive them out there.
I got a diesel, man. I'll pick one up.
So it'll be like these same cars. You'll just be doing it out there.
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
I mean, I
was wondering that, like how if they're gonna just have like more of that based area of the country coming to you, you just get the cars to you no matter what.
I mean, if they're not going to get the cars to me, then I'll get the cars to me. Like, I'll personally drive and pick that thing up to get that job because it's good money and it's good fun, honestly. Yeah. It's like something that I've never done before. So something that I would really like to continue doing.
Oh, yeah.
As many cars as I can do. It's only getting easier.
And then BSD flies you to
good career.
Fucking
teach your brother how to do it.
Absolutely.
Boom. And then you film another video part in between.
Yeah. Oh, dude, life is great right now. Like, honestly, everything's fallen into place in these last 6-8 months. Been better than anything else. The last couple of years has been a stress because I had the shop and I felt like I wasn't riding enough and I was hating myself for it and this and that. Now I'm like, dude, I'm almost 30. Like, just keep doing what you've always been doing. I've always been this way where I work so much and I ride when I can or ride on trips and do this and that. But now I'm like really just accepting the fact like, okay, I don't have to ride in California. I don't have to fucking force myself to like try to hit up a random filmer and try to get some shit. Like just let it all be natural. Go to Texas and let it all fall into place.
Yep. It's
gonna happen.
That's what's up.
It's going good.
Cool story, and to drop it on air too to let people know, you know, because everyone does it differently. You know, you can go to the park and see the guy who rides 8 hours and they have every trick, and it can be kind of like demotivating. Like, whoa, to be a good rider, you got to do that. But then there's also you and Rob Wise, the guys who go on trips and get motivated and put awesome stuff out that your sponsors love and people love to watch it. So it's like there's so many different ways to do it.
If you guys do another game of bike, you should invite Denim because it'll just be fucking different.
you were in the USL one, right? Yeah. And it was awesome. Yeah.
I was up against Ethan just trying shit that I knew I couldn't even do, but if I could do it, man, it'd be awesome. Yeah. I always love just trying shit that people know for a fact.
But it was in a park too, because I feel like if it was at a schoolyard where it's like
it'll throw people for the loop.
Do a lap around and find the shit in the trash can.
Mm-hmm. We did a round of them and it was sick. Like you can ride anything
you want.
Yeah.
Because there was jokes about the roof and stuff like that, but nobody actually did it. Because,
that's a concept.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
because we always used to do that shit in the parking lot, right? Like anything goes, let's play.
Yeah. Yeah, this
Now
one's
to bring
fun. You
back
can
to
use all.
real
You can
life
take your
life.
time and like use the whole school. Like
6 cranks through this bush.
yeah. You can do anything.
Nice. Love it.
Just, I mean, you know,
Good idea.
yeah. So, but
You're
yeah.
gonna have to ride in California though. No, he doesn't
No,
like
I'm gonna ride on BMX day. I think. I mean, I'll bring the bike. We'll see what happens.
That might be a pit bike.
Yeah.
First rail ride ever on the pit bike.
I'm dead serious. You should probably bring both because
will.
the pit bike could get used to that first spot for sure, and the second
You're gonna
spot
use a fucking
or
pit
the
bike the whole
fourth
time.
spot. Yeah. So
All right,
Yeah.
I'm not bringing the bike. Sorry,
yeah,
Grant.
you want the Google Doc? I'll
love
send
you,
it to you.
Grant, Mom.
Yeah.
No, bring
I
both
gotta-
of them.
I'll just ride somebody else's bike. I don't know if you ever seen my parts, but like, I don't know, 10% of the clips are on other people's bikes.
Why?
Because I get flat tires every time I 180.
Grab other people's bikes in
Yeah,
school.
nah. If I see a grime frame, I'm grabbing it. Like,
Okay.
same bike.
Yeah.
Frame out there.
Hell yeah.
Or I mean, I'll grab a long bike. You know, I'll grab a safari frame.
What size back end do you run?
20. Wait,
The back end.
I don't know, 12.5 ish.
12.5.
12.5,
You
12.8.
do a lot of fast stuff, but you still.
Yeah, there's no reason I need that short back end, to be honest.
Just like
but
it.
It was back in the day when I was designing that shit. I just kind of wanted a happy medium between Donnie Soldi's frame and Alex Donaghy's frame.
Because Alex is what?
Alex is real short on the back end,
Tiny,
that
huh?
12.5
Mhm.
situation, and Paley's was a little bit longer, so I kind of went like right in between there, 2 back ends, and then I think I went with the Alex front end because it's a little steeper.
We might have forgot Paley on the BSD OG squad when we were talking about it.
I think we
Did we?
Nah,
Okay,
I think
we had to.
yeah,
say,
you can
did we
not-
slip
sure.
Paley.
Paley
No,
is
there's no way.
Paley
You
is you
cannot
can't
forget
forget
Paley.
him.
I'm gonna take
Yeah.
a piss real quick.
So this is the Dennis ramp spot because fucking
A ramp spot?
Yeah, like his ramp up here, and then it's just like completely solid roof. This is well. Let's end the podcast. Thank you, Denim. Yeah,
All right.
Thank you, Denim, for coming. We're gonna run through the spots for BMX Day just for shits.
Denim Cox is the man.
then-
I'm an even bigger
Yeah.
fan now.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dennis. Love you, dude.
Thank you for coming. Yeah.
Absolutely. Just a little 2.5 hour drive. No big deal.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
That's all good. Dude, when I looked up the address, I was like, El Cajon.
It's
No
not
fucking-
El Cajon. It's
El
close.
Cajon.
It's
No,
basically-
you lied.
it is
You're about
basically,
10 minutes
yeah.
from the ghetto.